So I remember when I was there visiting, I think it was the first time after I moved to the United States and I went back home to visit my mom and dad. And I took Holly there, and I found this baby quokka. And you're not really allowed to touch them. You shouldn't do that.
Are they
you
like protected, like super?
Yeah, they're protected. So what happened was there was this quokka, and I bent down, this tiny little baby, and it just sits there. They just sit there, and they love people because they've never been really harmed by people.
So they like these things will just let you pick them up.
You're not allowed to though.
But they let you.
You could.
Okay.
But you're not allowed to.
That's like in South Carolina where we're from. On the beach, sea turtles lay eggs.
Yeah.
And they're all just like the nest will be there with all the eggs, but you're not allowed to touch them. You can't go near it or anything.
Yeah, right.
You can't step on them.
So I just took a selfie with this baby quokka, and he smiled. He smiled.
I love that picture.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
There's another one too. Then that was the second time I went back for my sister's kid being born, my nephew Austin, and I went. My mom was like, "You don't need to go to Rottnest," and I was like, "Yes, I do. I come here once in a fucking ever, and then I want to see a quokka." Went back, I found some adorable goddamn quokkas. They're the best. Actually, cool story. Actually, kind of a sad story. Well, two things first. So the history of Rottnest, and this is what I was taught in school. I hope it's not incorrect now, but I always heard that the history
You would hope it's not incorrect.
I would hope it's not incorrect, but the history of Rottnest was that when the British settlers first went to Rottnest Island off the coast of Western Australia, they were like, oh, there's fucking huge rats everywhere. They thought they were giant rats. So they called it Rat's Nest Island. Mm-hmm. So the name got changed from Rat's Nest to Rottnest. I always heard that as a kid. I have never fact-checked that. So if you do know if it's wrong, please leave a comment below. I would like to know.
Well, if you say rat in like a British accent fast
Rat's
with...
Nest.
Yeah, it can kind of... Well, it's like... Rottnest, it can come off as like rotten kind of, I guess after a while.
So they call it's called Rottnest. And... it's beautiful, but what happened was they had these, you know those like junk boat? They like put all the trash on the boat?
Yeah.
The barge. The barge, yeah, okay. So what happened was there was a barge worker who was, you know, they have all the waste coming from Rottnest that they bring back to the mainland. And one of the workers who, I have to say, it must be the dumbest motherfucker alive, because if you live in Western Australia and you don't know what a fucking quokka is, you must be dense as fuck. That guy must be a fucking idiot. He literally saw one on the barge and was just like, oh yeah, saw a bloody big rat on that barge, eh? And then did nothing. The barge left with the fucking quokka back to the mainland, which is super, like, really serious, because they're like a protected species on an isolated island. They're not allowed, they should not be on the mainland.
Oh my god.
That he made it across, and then another guy saw it on the other side and was like, oh, fuck, is a big old rat over here, guys? Big old fucking rat! And then the fucking quokka left! They don't know where it went!
Oh my god.
It's on the main, I don't even know if
there's no way, wait, you're not setting this up to have like this whole fucking arc and happy ending.
No,
this is the ending of your fucking story.
The quokka got away, and they said that they said on the news that they're looking for, he got a name and everything, he became a local celebrity for a while. I don't know if there's a resolution to the story, I'll check with my mom and get back to you, but, and maybe someone from Perth in the comments might know, but the quokka, they literally went on the news and said, if this quokka is found, it's not going to be allowed to go back to the mainland because it could carry diseases back across to the island, so it is forever banned from going back to Rottnest, and if we find it, we're going to have to euthanize it. So I honestly believe if they never found it, I think someone else found it, knowing that, and is now keeping it illegally.
As a pet?
As a pet.
So someone out there is... Probably 50% chance. Probably more than 50% chance.
If they didn't find it and someone saw that in the news, I could probably believe that someone in Perth is probably harboring a quokka fugitive.
Because imagine, what would they eat? What like?
They eat like tree leaves and stuff. Like,
so to take care of one, it wouldn't be
too hard. You gum leaves would suffice.
And hopefully one of your friends is like an exotic animal veterinarian. Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure if someone. I'm not saying you should take animals like that because it's illegal and wrong, but it smiles.
It does. It smiles.
But have you seen it smile?
I'm just saying, if I was a local person in I forget what fucking part of Perth it was, if I saw that animal and I heard on the news, yeah, we're gonna fucking kill it, I'd be like,
okay, time to hide it.
Responsible for this thing's murder.
It's like the fucking Holocaust, but you're hiding a little cute animal in your attic.
I don't think you should compare it to the Holocaust.
Okay, never mind. I won't compare it to the Holocaust.
Is it gonna write a fucking journal?
Yeah. I'm gonna get a Tumblr call out.
Oh, God.
I got one of those recently.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it about?
Apparently, I'm an anti-Semite because I support PewDiePie.
Oh.
Because I was like, PewDiePie's a nice guy. I don't think.
Wow, Ross, I didn't know we had a fascist on the show.
Yeah, I know.
No, well, I just what? You know what, Ross? Mm-hmm. You making jokes desensitizes people to Nazis and stuff. It's definitely not the other way around, in which calling everyone a Nazi and making everyone and their mother seem to be a Nazi is desensitizing people to the word. That's not it.
No,
it's the fact that we make jokes making fun of Nazis, something that Hitler would condemn and hate. But anyway, sorry for interrupting.
It's okay.
Nazi.
Sorry, I just was about to talk about how much I know. It was basically that I had Felix had made that video, which I like Felix. I met him. He's a nice dude.
Yeah.
He's nice. I didn't really think the video was funny. Honestly, I didn't laugh at it. I just saw it and was like, that people are pissed about that. And then people were saying he's an anti-Semite, and I'm like, no, like it was a joke in poor taste, and you make a joke in poor taste, you have consequences for your joke probably if you pissed off a bunch of people, and then you move on. But calling someone an anti-Semite for a joke like that, I can understand the reaction, but like I was coming from the point of view of like, I know the guy, I don't think he's an anti-Semite.
No, we've both
met him. We spent time with him. He's a lovely guy.
Definitely not.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely not. And I understand when people are like, oh, well, you're normalizing it. It's like,
you're normalizing it by calling normal people Nazis.
Yeah.
Do you know how awful Nazis were?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And people were basically saying that because Holly supported him as well in one of the following posts. And I think I said in the post, I was like, I don't really think the joke was that great, but like he faced the consequences, and not saying he deserved consequences for making an off-color joke.
Yeah.
People do that, but I'm saying like you have to understand that if you have a big audience and you do that, and there's gonna be
you're linked to a big corporation.
Yeah, and you're linked to a big corporation. There's probably going to be consequences because they have the right to do that stuff. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of the case of things. And there's a lot more than that. I'm not going to go into it, but I think that what I'm just trying to say is that it was just unreal because people were attacking Holly as well. They were like, oh, well, Holly said that he's a nice guy. It's like, and they were like, well, Nazis can be nice guys. I'm like,
I saw that tweet to you.
What the fuck? And then this kid was like, oh my god, so stupid. And I can't remember the rest of it, but like Holly came out and she's like, they're like, well, if you had any family that ran away from the Holocaust, maybe you'd understand. And like Holly's like, yeah, my grandma's Jewish and she ran away from the Holocaust. Do you have anything else?
That really scared me when you brought your drink up to take a sip. Fuck, I gotta go get mine.
What was the original point about fucking...
We're talking about the Nazis.
What about the guy that wrote that article on the Wall Street Journal? Like, do you see they went into his Twitter like 4 years ago? He was like making jokes about putting Jews in the oven. Yeah, it's like
what a fucking hypocrite.
I know.
Fuck you.
He's just trying to make a name for himself as a journalist.
I mean, if you use a big name like Tom Cruise, PewDiePie, or something, you're gonna pull in views because that's what tabloid media is like. And I feel bad saying it because I don't want to even go political or anything, but like when you hear like fake news, and like, I mean, no, not all news is fake. When there's the tabloid news like that, where they're just trying to get views by talking about celebrities, it's not fake news. It's just fucking bullshit.
Well, it's the case of always, if you notice, when people try to have an argument with fake news or anything like that, they use two examples that are usually true and put one example that's false in there, or is the opposite way? No, it's exactly
a half truth.
Yeah, and it's just people can easily trick you. Like, you'll watch a YouTube video, for example, trying to convince you that
they call Mewtwo in Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and it's like, well, they might have actually did it.
That one hits too close to home.
Yeah, I know. I actually called that guy out on Holly's channel.
Did you?
I did a rant in our Pokemon playthrough where I was just like, if someone puts something in the thumbnail that's clearly like 100% clickbait, like that fucking idiot. Yeah, you're an idiot for putting Mewtwo on his phone. Like, I found Mewtwo.
Yeah, when they went to Area 51 after we did, and they got
did
like
the same
12
video
million
pretty
views?
much, but we did more work.
It's all right,
on
guys. It's all right. He can't hurt you.
It's all about the...
Here's the thing. If you do that, you are disrespecting your audience because you think they're fucking stupid. And if someone's doing that to you and like doing clickbait to the extent of like they're trying to see, oh, if I can make the most stupid fucking thumbnail, like, oh wow, look, Mewtwo in Pokemon Go, you're insulting your audience's intelligence.
Yeah,
because you know that's not real, and the ones that were gonna click it because they think it might be real, I'm sorry, you're kind of gullible.
Well, they're making it for the stupid audience.
Yeah, they're making it for the stupid audience, but they think by doing that, they're publicly saying, I know my audience is stupid and I know I can manipulate them.
It's very obvious.
That way.
Yeah, that's how I always look at it. So when I see clickbait like that, I can understand, like, when I've seen Felix does the kind of clickbait parody stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like, like Marzia dead question mark.
Yeah.
You like, and then it's like
I
click on it.
fucking hate that stuff.
There's something I don't know. I'm just using that. I don't know if he actually. Has
No,
done
I
that.
mean like the people that do it legitimately.
Yeah, I know.
hate
I'm saying
that. It's so cheap.
I do too. I do too. But in doing that, you're disrespecting your audience and knowing that you think they're stupid and that you can manipulate them. And I think as a YouTube viewer, you should not stand for that, and you should call people out on their bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Because being a content creator, you notice that shit a lot more than I guess you would if you were an audience member.
Successful because they're manipulating their audiences.
Yep.
It's fucking social engineering. It's fucking disgusting.
And then they get
That's the way the world goes round, Ross.
Yeah, I know.
That's how it's always gone. That's how
know.
we ended up with the great United States. How Australia came into existence. Except
That was actually criminals.
oh yeah, criminals.
You're saying
Just
YouTubers aren't
horrible
criminals?
people. Oh well, some of them are.
These boys got locked up.
Hey, no, we didn't.
What are you talking about, Ross?
That never happened.
Ross, what are you talking about?
We didn't spill that in jail.
Look, it was on Scarce, okay? And he said, I guess they're
I guess they're YouTubers.
I love how he said that. He said that as he showed our channel with
so
our.
funny. I lost my shit laughing.
Yeah, Scarce was like, so these guys, Matt and Ryan, I guess they have a YouTube channel. As he shows a picture of our YouTube channel.
That doesn't make. I guess you have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube
He
channel.
follows us on Twitter.
It's
He
either
knows we're
fact or
YouTubers.
fiction.
My cousin's kid, I guess he has a YouTube channel too.
It's like if a news program just kind of like,
Donald Trump,
Coca-Cola. I
I-
guess they're a company. I don't know,
Donald
but
Trump, I guess he's our president.
yeah, I guess. Nope.
Yes.
No, my president.
Let's not go. Fuck, let's not go there.
No, my.
I don't want to. Politics, I don't like talking about politics because every time I just like go passively like, man, I miss when people didn't talk about politics all the time. It's like, yeah, of course you do because it doesn't affect you. It's like, oh God, I'm sorry, I'll just go back into this corner.
Ross, it's easy for you to say that as a white.
I mean, I'm an immigrant.
Got
so,
him.
I know I'm a white straight immigrant, but it's still terrifying to only have a green card tethering you to one rock on Earth. And
If I ripped up your green card right now, what would happen?
I just tell the immigration services that
Does he get a super fine for that shit?
I
For
don't
like
know if it's
ripping up
money.
someone's green card?
I mean, yeah, I could say I got mugged. But,
Do you have your green card on?
But I would feel really embarrassed getting mugged by Matt because he's like.
I'm gonna fucking work out just so I can mug you, and then I'll play this
I'm
audio
also,
clip.
I'm also working out, so you'll never catch up to me.
They put him in
No.
the like fucking victim like culprit identification room or whatever that place
They're all
is called.
standing like against
Yeah,
the wall.
and you see it's just like Matt, and then there's at the end of the line on the opposite end, there's this
Yeah.
big buff guy. You're like, I was the big buff one is the one that's
Because you don't want to say it was me. Embarrassing.
Wow, really? Why didn't Matt come with me to the immigration service? Just like sitting there nodding, like, yeah, I fucking did it.
Oh my god.
What you gonna do, fucking foreigner? Fuck you. Oh, that's fucking.
Oh, why don't you go tell the embassy, you big baby?
I've been to the embassy.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been to embassy suites? How are the rooms?
Australian embassy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was because I washed my passport and.
You washed your passport?
No, I had my Aussie passport in my jeans, and then I put them in the wash, and then it went, and it wet and got destroyed. So I was like, "Fuck, I need a new one." So I went to, because it also has your like paperwork in there, kind of. So I was like, "This is pretty serious. I need to deal with this." So I go there, make an appointment, and I guess I go in, and there's like this sweet, like elderly, like Australian lady, and she's just like. How you doing, love? Welcome back. Welcome to the Australian Embassy. Do you need anything? Do you know? That's not the embassy. I guess is that a consulate? Maybe I'm wrong. But they're really sweet, and they just gave me my passport, and there's not really much to the story. But it was nice to talk to another Australian for that brief time.
Is that really your story?
Yeah, I didn't really have much to add to that story.
Oh, actually, that reminds me.
It was hard. I'm saying it was hard. It's $200.
Well, that reminds me of a story. One time, I went to Best Buy.
Yeah.
And I was looking around, and I saw headphones, and I was like, I'm going to get these. And so I took them to the register, and I was checking out with them. And they asked me, do you want a Best Buy membership card thing or whatever? And I said no. And so I walked out with a new pair of headphones.
Guys, so one time...
Did you pay for them?
What?
Did you pay for them?
No, she just made the boop sound for fun, and I walked out.
Dude, this one time I went to Taco Bell in the car, and Matt and Ryan and Chris were there, and then we went to the drive-thru, and the guy said, "What do you want?" And I said, "I'll have the naked chicken chalupa," and he said, "Sorry, we're out."
You're really holding that one against him, aren't you?
It was really bad.
Was that even an hour ago?
Yeah,
it was like an hour and a half ago.
Are you still sad from that?
I really wanted one.
Are you
Did you really like
disappointed?
it? It was good.
It was okay. All right, let me get my
spicy as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
Let Matt give his big opinion,
Let me-
expert food opinion.
Let me give my expert fast food critique opinion. I had the naked chicken chalupa a few weeks back, which what it is it's a piece of fucking like it's like a fried chicken.
Holy shit!
That's the shell. The shell is fried chicken, and the inside's the taco.
Yeah,
and it's really
trust
spicy.
America to come up with that one.
I know.
Go on.
I like the way you described it, Ross. You said it's like the perfect
Personification of depression.
yes.
Yeah.
Just like a chicken shell taco.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I'm depressed. Nothing's gonna pull me out of it. Even
So I might as well
even
just fucking eat this.
Yeah, might as well just eat this.
It was really spicy.
Yeah.
Really spicy.
Yeah. It was because I mean me and Matt don't have any spice tolerance, and
I don't either.
do you really? You don't either?
You've seen my eyes tear up.
Yeah, I have.
Mostly because you were crying like a bitch.
He's a little crybaby bitch.
Yeah.
I am. I do
bitch.
cry a lot.
Yeah, that's all right. I understand.
So
You got a lot to cry about. Anyway,
Yeah.
Matt.
What if Ryan just broke down like, no, guys.
We're like by the end of this podcast, we bully Ryan into submission.
Ryan's just over here, just like he stops talking, just like, yeah. And then by the end, like we look over and there's just like a little tear in his eye. He's like, what?
And then as I'm leaving the room, I'm like, do you guys want to hang out? And then you're like, yeah. I was like, I just met Matt.
Oh yeah. I have to go take care of Lego anyway.
I'll just save the audio.
I'll just go pet my dog.
I'll just go DP the audio while you guys go have fun.
DP my dog.
Oh,
I
we
forgot.
have fun here.
We do have some fun. I forgot that it's that we DP the audio. No one else knows what that means. It's listening.
Double penetrate.
Yeah, Dynamics process the audio, which means makes it all sound all heavenly. But like I forgot the DP used to mean something else, but now to me it's just an audio term. But
Double penetration.
Holy
then
shit.
double penetration.
Quick, Ross.
Hmm.
What is your one-word review for the Nintendo Switch?
One word.
One word. One fucking word.
Good.
Oh, wonderful! Yes! Oh. And?
Fun.
I'm gonna buy one myself.
I'm gonna buy one now too. What the Nintendo? Hold on. What's the deal? You're giving free Switches to channels with 10,000 subscribers, and Ryan and I are over here just shrugging our shoulders
it's
and wondering,
about how nice you are.
No, we are not.
or just in general.
I mean, like I think it's also like kid friendly, but then if you're small, you have to be.
Jimmy got
kid-friendly.
one. Is Jimmy kid friendly?
I mean, he's a little bit. I mean, he says naughty words, but he's a nice, handsome boy.
I follow Bill Trennan on Twitter. Is that enough?
What? Who?
Bill Trennan.
Bill Trennan.
He's the localization guy. He's funny. He's in
Is
like
he the guy who does the puns? Who does
yes,
the puns?
that's Bill Trennan.
Him?
He's the white guy.
I always say that
He's
to
like
Holly.
the guy that's like, oh, he was like, oh, you caught me playing with my toys. That guy.
What?
That's him?
Yeah, Bill Trennan. He's great.
Because what happened?
We like the same bands.
When fucking Animal Crossing came out, I pointed out to Holly, I'm like, all these like fish puns and bug puns.
Yes,
and stuff,
that's him.
I was like, someone has to be doing these locally because they wouldn't translate into Japanese, so they're only in the American version.
Mhm.
So I was like, who the fuck is doing this? Like,
He's great.
There's more of them in Zelda.
Yeah,
Lots of them, and
he
no
worked on
spoils.
that.
No
I'm
spoilers.
not spoiling shit. I'm just saying there's puns in Zelda.
Just make it. Did you watch Barry's PSA? It's not just about the story that can spoil a game, Ross.
It's also about mechanical stuff like robots.
What? That's not what he. What?
No,
Is
the
that what he
game,
said?
Zelda
I was
game.
Is that verbatim what Barry said? It's not the story that spoils a game. It's the mechanical robots.
He said something like that. I was in the room when he was filming it, so I'm really just going from me half listening.
Did you bump into the camera
No.
while he was filming it, or
No.
was someone filming him?
Jack was filming.
Okay, because I noticed like the camera move a little bit, and I was
Okay, well,
wondering.
Jack, we need to fire Jack. He's a fucking piece of shit.
What is the word I used? I splooved on it.
Spurted?
Spurted. I
You
spurted
spurted on it?
on the camera and it fell over.
Yo,
With one big hefty blast of your spurt.
Yeah.
one
Dude.
large sperm. Just
Daddy like. Yes.
No,
Yes.
fuck you, dude.
Why? Okay, like why did we say that in the beginning? Why did we say
Because
that?
we thought it was funny. We thought it was
like funny in like an ironic way.
Yes, we didn't
like, yes,
legitimately
yes,
go.
yes.
"Haha, wouldn't it be funny if we just if we had a daddy here
It's cute.
and
that
we
you-
were so happy that we said yes in 3 consecutive what?
It's cute that you thought you were funny.
We're not gonna post this podcast with you now because you said that.
You're
You
being
know,
mean.
Ross, I'm gonna get some secret recordings of you saying really awful things about like black people and Muslims and stuff, and then I'm gonna blackmail you with them. I have a file on my computer called Blackmail of Ryan.
That's awesome.
You want to know what it says?
I'm a white
What does it
male, thank
say?
you very much.
What does it say?
Dada.
It's like a 3-second clip of
Mhm.
Ryan, and he goes, And it's on my desktop. It says blackmail for Ryan. I just realized now because I said the quote, now Ryan will have an audio file of me saying the exact same quote.
Now everyone will have that quote because...
No, Ryan's going to beep it out, right?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, dude.
No problem.
He's got to leave it in.
It's going to replace it with something even worse. Can I go grab my drink so I can take a fat sip of that shit?
God.
Okay, let's cut this bit out.
Yeah. Or you and I
Or
could...
we just keep talking because who gives a fuck about Matt?
Yeah, just put...
So,
oh,
Ryan,
wow.
tell me...
Are those Hanes socks?
I don't know. I got them off Amazon.
Those socks my dad always had.
I know.
What?
What?
Ross, are you banging my dad, dude?
Yes.
Better stop. God.
Like daddy?
God damn it, Ross.
You got me.
God damn it, Ross.
You got me.
God damn it,
God
Ross.
damn it, me.
Are we going to name the podcast God Damn It, Ross?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you should.
What is God?
And then I'm going to, in the illustration, I'm going to put God Damn It, Ross on my shirt, and your book is going to say God Damn It, Ross.
No, you should have, let me think.
Ross, we're going to do it.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, you're going to be so you're in a picture frame that's hanging on the wall behind us, but we can make it like a stitch. What's it called? Cross stitching, where it says God Damn It, Ross.
Could I have yes, daddy like on mine?
On your shirt.
It's only fair.
It is only fair.
It is only fair. You better not.
It'll be apparent because this, like,
if they didn't do it, call them out on the top comment.
if someone
If they did it, say good job.
We'll delete
we can pin comments.
Yeah,
And delete them.
You can also delete them. So
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, fuck. How old are you?
21.
Oh, my God.
How old are you, Ross?
Nearly 30.
Dude, you're like a decade older than me almost. No, you're 29. Okay, you're 8 years older than me.
You're nearly one whole Game Grumps fan, younger than me. That's the second time I've used that joke. I actually used that for Brian.
Just replace it with Super Mega, and it works the same.
Super Mega.
There you go.
That was.
Wait.
Oh God!
I just shit myself.
That sounded like you brownie
when does this
battered.
come out?
It sounded like brownie batter. Feels like
Next
it too.
Oh, okay. So I
Next
can
Thursday.
talk about Doodledudes.
Oh yeah.
Doodledudes.
Okay, so
So
It's out now.
wait 1 second.
hopefully people didn't hate it.
Just hold on a second.
We've been working on something in the editing room, and it's something that you're involved in.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about this little project that you've been working on with others?
Did you just stop the capture to ask that question?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Okay.
We needed a way to segue it.
Because it wasn't a good segue.
Oh, okay. That's a better segue. Good editing. We started a show. It's a new show on Grumps right now, and it's called Doodledudes.
Aw.
And it is a show where myself, initially myself, Chris, and Aaron, and we're gonna have a rotating cast of artists. We just kind of sit down, draw, and shoot the shit, and it's been really, really fucking fun. Hopefully people liked it. As of this recording, it's not out yet, but it will be when this goes up. I don't know. I mean, I'm fucking enjoying it. It's
Coming out in
fun.
like 2 days.
Is it?
Yeah. Since we're as of recording this.
Oh, right.
But when this comes out, it'll have been out for a little over a week,
Oh, wow. That's
Ooh.
crazy.
or maybe close to a week.
We want to. The idea right now is we want to test the reaction with some new show formats. And,
Yeah.
like Doodledudes is one that I've wanted to do for a while. I was originally thinking about doing that as like a Twitch thing, but I felt like you could make like a drawing podcast-esque thing.
Totally.
And it seems to work. So hopefully people enjoy it. If not, I'm sorry. I promise they'll get better. We just don't know what we're doing right now.
You should go watch it right after this podcast, or pause the podcast right now and go watch the video and forget about us in another tab.
But
Come on, guys.
To subscribe to Super Mega before doing that.
Let's shoot for on
Yes.
Doodledudes. Let's shoot for 5,000 dislikes. Let's do the best we can.
Okay, then,
God.
guys, I'm gonna need you to shoot this video for 10,000 likes because I'm not a dickhead.
Well, I just feel like an extreme asshole now.
You are an extreme
Let's shoot for
asshole.
10,000 likes on Doodledudes.
He already said it, Ross.
Fuck.
Now
we
it's
can't
just even. Now it has 0 likes and 0 dislikes.
So half of
technically.
those people didn't know to turn their dislike to a like. You fucking ruined me. My
I'm
career is
no.
over.
I'm sorry, guys.
He's gonna
Go-
have to
go
turn
like
on the
Doodledudes.
He's gonna have to turn off the ratings and the comments.
Yeah, I'll have to delete comments now.
He'll have to. He'll have to
done?
put the video on unlisted and just share it privately on email with friends.
Can we talk about how you had ISIS in the title of a video?
Oh God.
Okay, so last week's podcast episode, originally we put ISIS in the title because
What was the original title?
It was ISIS in Space.
Yes.
And I mean,
Which is a great title.
It's a fucking great.
It's like a good 80s movie or something.
ISIS in Space.
and it got demonetized.
Or yeah, before it even went
Automatically.
public, I uploaded the video and I titled it that, and then like I went back to go do the tags or whatever, and it was like, oh, your video has been demonetized for inappropriate language in the title, and I was like, what? So then I was like, the only option was to submit it for review to be monetized again. So I just deleted it and re-uploaded it and gave it a new name.
And it worked?
Yeah.
You know why
it's
that happens,
monetized again.
right?
Yeah, because it's like ISIS is bad and companies.
People don't want to advertise on
So,
videos
yeah.
that include ISIS.
So when you're an advertiser, you can actually blacklist certain words and tags, and you can pick them all. So your ads, the ad campaign that you've bought will not go on videos with to do with that subject matter.
Yeah.
So you actually completely take your video off the market in terms of advertising by putting it in the title, because it's not even them making conscious decision, it's the advertisers just not wanting their products on shit.
Wait, what
So
if I
automated?
what if I do 2 lowercase l's, like lowercase l s, lowercase l s? It still looks like
Why don't you
ISIS.
spell like ICE then dash cis.
Hold on, would you see ISIS on ice if they did that? If they were like, hold
I
on,
hear-
guys, we're
I
gonna
hear-
take a break from killing and do an ice skating show.
I hear that show really bombed.
Ross, no.
God, Ross. Wow. You can't make fun of ISIS, okay? They're the disenfranchised.
You can't make fun of the fact that they do blow things up.
Sorry.
God, you're fucking offending me.
I'm sorry.
I'm offended on behalf of ISIS. Anyway,
You're just a Nazi, Ross.
Okay.
Fucking
fascist.
Nazi scum.
you know we got a fucking
You're a-
fascist on our podcast.
You're a fucking Oompa Loompa. You gotta desensitize people to the word Oompa Loompa.
Take it back. Take it back, Ross. Ross?
No.
Ross?
You green-haired fuck. Wait, is Jacksepticeye an Oompa Loompa? He's got green hair.
Nah, he's too skinny.
He's too white.
He's more of a leprechaun.
His penis is too long.
I'm allowed to say that. Last name's O'Donovan.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Wait,
Top
what was
of the morning to you, laddies.
What was I saying?
hold on.
Wait, what was I
Top
saying?
of the morning to you, laddies. I'm Jacksepticeye. There you go.
Hey, we got Jack on the podcast.
Wait.
I am Jacksepticeye.
Hey, we had Ross on here earlier.
I'm
Now,
Jacksepticeye
this is
now.
our. Okay, Jack, you can stop yelling so
I
much.
love
Yeah.
Hitler.
Jack, what are you doing?
Jack, come on, man.
Jack, you can't say that.
PewDiePie was right.
Jack.
All right, Jack.
Okay, we've been friends for a few years, but I think that it's.
He left. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
He didn't want to hear it. He's,
All right.
Oh, whatever.
That's typical Jack.
We'll have Jack back on the podcast soon.
What was I saying about our podcast? So our podcast got demonetized last week, so I had to re-upload it.
Because you put ISIS in the title. He said ISIS.
Wait.
ISIS in space.
So you know, God, fuck you guys, fuck you both. You know how you said that advertisers can blacklist words and they don't want ads to go on a video with that. Do you think that advertisers also have like words that they put ads on more? So could I make a video title with a bunch of these hot words and get like 10 times the ad revenue?
Question: what if there was a dumb intern who was like, "You need to when you submit our advertising campaign, you need to add the words that we don't want our advertisements on." So then they accidentally go like ISIS and then like they use and the. And then their fucking advertising campaign doesn't go on anything because
That's
everything
and
is
the.
and the.
Oh, I want to hear about those fuck ups. Those fuck ups happen.
Yeah,
you know
I bet
they do.
dude. Of course they do.
Dude, big fuck ups like that happen every day.
Did I tell you how?
Has there been a recent company fuck up? Because you've talked
the
about
Oscars.
Is that that's a company.
That's whatever it's called. It's like sounds like a law firm or
I
something.
mean, like a brand, but kind of like when the SpaghettiOs Pearl Harbor thing. Like, has there been anything like that recently?
There was a guy who fucking I can't remember when it was, but like it was during New Year's one year, and I think it might have been JCPenney's or something. Whoever the social media guy was didn't change his Twitter account because he was drunk tweeting. And he drunk tweeted from the JCPenney's account. I think it was JCPenney's. I might be wrong. And then all the other companies like Taco Bell and stuff were replying to him, just saying, "You all right, buddy?"
Wait,
oh my
really?
god!
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
And it went super viral, and like and the tweet got taken down. But all like Walmart and shit is fucking hysterical.
Do you guys remember when U.S. Airways, like someone said that they had a problem with their flight? So U.S. Airways was like, "I'm sorry, what can we do to fix this?" But they tweeted the person a picture of
a plane going
of a fat woman with a toy plane in her vagina.
What?
You didn't see that? The customer service sent that out.
Dude, did you see the that's fucking hysterical.
Someone had to, like, that couldn't have been a mistake. That must have been like someone getting fired that was
Did you
pissed.
see Wendy's like their crazy burn to that one guy?
No.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, fresh, never frozen. Bullshit. How do you think they get the meat to the restaurant? And Wendy's just responds, "What do you do when you want to keep food for a long period of time that can't be frozen?" And then he's just like, I don't see what you're getting at or something. And they're like, fridge. And just like, oh my gosh, shut down that kid so good.
Sorry, Ross, I'm trying to find you this uncensored picture of a...
Wait, so who tweeted this, sorry?
U.S. Airways. Look, this is a censored version, but they just said, we welcome feedback, Ellie. If your travel is complete, you can... And it was just this picture of this woman with a plane going into her vagina.
We welcome feedback, Ellie, if your travel is...
I'm see if I can find the uncensored version.
Wait, how did this happen?
Someone had to have done that out of spite on purpose.
Yeah.
How do you accidentally attach a picture of a woman with a plane in her vagina?
It's too perfect because it's a U.S. Airways.
Yeah, like they had to.
Do you think this was the guy's last day and he was like saying "fuck you"?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he was like fucking around with his coworkers. Like, what if I tweeted this and then responded and forgot to delete it from the thing?
Do you ever play that roulette game? In a sense, where it's
Russian roulette?
No, but it works in the same in not the same way. Basically, you type something out that would probably cause a lot of controversy if it ever went out, like on Facebook or Twitter, and then you're like, and you get really close to the enter button, and you're like, and then you kind of backspace it all again.
God,
you've written out
like
messages.
Hentai is awesome, but then you delete it because you're just like kind of embarrassed about your fetish.
Well, that's Matt's.
I don't remember who did it, but one time I typed out like a really bad tweet or a message to someone. Yeah, I typed out a message to someone that I like. Some terrible joking message to someone that I wasn't friends with, and they weren't friends with me. And my friend just hit enter and just sent it, and I was like, "What the fuck,
dude? Have you ever? Do you know this is a real thing that happens? People get drunk, and then they're horny, and the girl that they're super interested in or guy, while they're drunk, they'll go to the fucking what's up with you kind of like status update and think that's the search bar, and they'll search the name and hit enter. So
I've seen that.
People fucking just have statuses of just like a girl's name, and you're just like,
God.
Oh, so cringe. Like, oh, my whole innards.
Oh my God.
Our cringe is a wonderful place.
Oh, dude, it makes me hurt. Chris loves that.
Do you know how fast that Oscars fuck up went straight on there? Probably not even 5 minutes.
Fucking ball, dude.
Seriously.
No, dude,
Props
that's
to them,
a great
man.
subreddit. So is Cringe Pics. Cringe Pics is good.
Pics is good.
It's usually just like texts of really awkward people from like Tinder or just like very uncomfortable guys trying to get girls' attention.
Can you trust those as much as the videos?
I don't know.
No, but they're still fun to read.
Do you think like laughing at cringe humor is kind of like? Do you think maybe there's a darker side to it, like it's a superiority complex, just where you like look at things and like, well, I'd never do that.
I don't know. Like, I don't feel good when I watch a cringe video.
Yeah, I don't feel good.
Very uncomfortable.
But like Chris loves it, dude. When Chris is over, we're just straight to the cringe vids.
It's some make me laugh, and some I can't. I just get way too uncomfortable,
it's just like,
and it's more nervous laughter.
Oh my God.
Like Borat has a lot of that for a first time viewer when that first came out.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like done to death now, that movie. But like when it first came out, it was pretty fucking weird for the time.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that cringe humor is like on the rise with shows like Nathan For You and stuff.
Oh, I fucking love Nathan For You.
It's so good. Genius. It's fucking. I'm so excited for the fourth season. I don't know when it comes out, but
there's a burger joint in Eagle Rock, and Holly was driving past it. And what's the name of the production company that does that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Their trucks were all around this burger place. So right in Eagle Rock, you know where Ramen on York is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's like a non-franchise burger place, like clearly like just a one-off little burger joint.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty good. I don't know. Seems that it's been in business for a long time. The trucks were like all around that place.
Wow.
So,
wait, when was this?
Oh man, I'd say late 2016. So
that they had to have been filming the new Nathan.
Yeah, I think they were filming the new season.
Oh my God,
because
that's great.
Where I got my car washed is the one from the
with the bird shit.
Yeah, the bird shit.
No way.
That's on San Fernando.
I've been to several places.
Yeah.
I ate at the restaurant from the first episode. It's in Glendale, the one by where it's like come in and use our toilets. I passed G&Y Towing, the towing place that he said looks like Gays Towing.
Yeah.
And then there was another one. I've eaten at Pink's, the hot dog place.
Oh,
fucking amazing hot
that
dogs.
place is good.
Except the line is always like half a mile long, even at midnight. It's just down the block.
I don't know why that place is so popular.
Because it's really good.
I mean, I don't doubt it. I've never got to try it.
It's incredible. We should all go. It's
yeah,
so good.
We could go there and play Switch.
Yes.
We could.
Yeah.
I don't have any games. I didn't pre-order any games like an idiot.
I still think that sucks that you didn't pre-order Zelda.
Are you getting a Switch with no games?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to run out to
Bomberman.
I'm gonna. Does it look fun?
Yeah, it looks fun. Bomberman's cool. Wait, you could get Zelda on the marketplace.
The what?
But he wants
I want the physical copy.
Yeah, but you could get that later.
That's an extra $60.
That's $120 full just to have a game earlier.
You can't afford
I overdrafted like 3 times last week.
I'm just saying if you
all
wanna play
YouTubers
it,
are rich, right?
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Switch is gonna be fun.
For those who have games, high
Politics
five,
is
Ross.
sad,
Fuck you guys.
and I like the chicken chalupa naked thing. I wish Taco Bell would bring it back.
How did you come back to that?
I just
What was
really
that?
wanted it. And I'm
He brought it all
it's
full circle.
March 1st. I figured maybe it was the last day to get a fucking naked chalupa. I went there. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we sold out." It's like, no, you're just fucking hiding them. You probably still have a bunch of them frozen back there. You motherfucker.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like I brought it up.
Yeah,
when,
the ice cream.
Yeah. Sorry, the ice cream machine's broken.
No,
Fuck
it's
you.
not.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
guys, anytime you go to a fast food restaurant late at night and they say the ice cream machine's not working, that's bullshit. It's just because they don't want to, like, do the whole ice cream shit. Because I worked fast food, and I said that sometimes because it sucks making ice cream stuff late at night when you're trying to clean it. Like, if you're trying to clean the machine or if you're trying to just take it easy and people order ice cream, it's just like, fuck, man, it takes up so much extra time.
Why isn't
That
it just a
happens all the
machine that you
time.
pull the lever and?
It is a machine you
But
pull
you
the
gotta
lever.
clean it, and if
I
you
know
use
that.
it again, you gotta clean it again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
How
we're not
often do
closed
you have
yet.
to clean it a day?
At the end of the night.
Oh, so
It's
just once.
cream. It can go.
It's a big
sour and
process to
bad.
clean. It's not like you just wipe it down. You gotta do a lot of shit.
You gotta pull out the.
Then
thing
why don't
and
you
wipe
get
it down.
two? You have one going, and then you're cleaning it, and you can have
'Cause
the
then you
other
have
one
two
start.
things to clean.
No, it's only one at a time. You interchange. You
But
interchange them.
One time I went to McDonald's and I remember I arrived. It was back in Australia, and I arrived and they were like, I was like, can I get a what's the breakfast thing? I'm trying to remember.
McMuffin?
McMuffin. Yeah, can I get a sausage McMuffin and a like some hash browns? And they're just like, no, breakfast isn't for another 10 minutes. And I just looked around. I was like, do you want to just wait here then? And they're like, come on through. Because I was like, I'm not moving, and there's no one here, and it's
You just waited the
it's
drive-thru,
fucking
yeah.
4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever, and they just like, all right. So they like made it for me. I had to wait a little extra because I think they're still setting it up, but like, so stupid.
Yeah, I went to McDonald's at like 3 a.m. and they were serving breakfast because they do it 24/7. And I was like, yeah,
They
can I
did
get a?
Batman, yeah.
I was like, can I get a McGriddle? And they're like, we're only making McMuffins right now. And I was like,
One time to me, they
Yeah,
said,
but-
"Yeah, we're not doing breakfast stuff till 4." I'm like, "But it says 24 hours." I'm sorry.
oh, I'm like,
Fuck you.
Or the McNugget. I remember one time I went to McDonald's at I think it was 1 a.m. They're like, we're only serving McNuggets, and I was like, what? I mean, you're only serving McNuggets?
Because that's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, you just gotta drop them into a fryer and that's it.
We had a chicken place back in Australia that went out of business. Well, you probably know why after I said this.
Oh yeah.
I like went through the fucking drive-through, and it's a chicken place called Chicken Treat. It was only in the west coast, I think. And I go through, and I'm like, "Can I get some chicken?" And they're like, "No, we're out today."
What?
And I was like, "What? It's like, no, we don't have any chicken." And I was like, "What do you have?" And they're just like, "Nothing." And I was like, "Okay." And I just drove away. And to this day, I just like, what happened there that the Chicken Treat place had no chicken?
They had nothing.
They had nothing.
How do you have nothing?
I don't know.
Why are you even open if you have nothing?
Was it a separate thing? We saw there's like a video of like a news organization or something going to like KFC and they're out of chicken.
Yeah.
Oh
There's a
God,
bunch
I
of
love that.
There's a bunch of people like, "I came here for chicken. They don't have chicken. How do you not have chicken at Kentucky Fried Chicken?"
It was a whole like.
Kentucky.
It was a whole news piece where they were just interviewing people mad that they didn't have any fried chicken.
Did you hear about the kid who survived 400 bee stings?
No.
So this kid survived 400 bee stings because when he got stung by a bee, he decided that like he was going to be his favorite anime character to survive it, and he just started powering up like Dragon Ball Z. He said he channeled Vegeta. So he just went and like powered up there on the spot when so much shot himself up with so much like natural adrenaline that he survived 400 bee stings.
What the fuck? That's anime saved to life, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's adrenaline, right?
That's
So
crazy.
the kid was totally fine, and then the funny thing was in the report, they're like, young boy survives a savage bee attack by role-playing his favorite superhero from his favorite cartoon show, Dragon Ball Z. Like thinking the name was Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, it's so cool.
That was a ballsy move.
Ballsy move to pretend to be Vegeta.
Have you guys ever been stung by bees? I stepped on a
Yes.
bumblebees are the worst out of all of them. They have the worst thing.
blow.
I stepped on a bumblebee once, and it just right in the soft part of the bottom side of my foot just stuck its little stinger in. So fucking painful.
I screamed when it first happened.
I did too. I was like, "Ah!"
I've
My
only
dad's
been
a doctor, and I fucking still.
It sucked,
Sorry,
dude.
what were you gonna say, Ryan?
Oh, I was just I've only been stung by a wasp once, and it stung my hand, and
Oh.
it looked like when you those like like the balloon hands,
You mean like if you
Yeah,
blow up
like
a
a
latex
glove,
glove?
Yeah.
blow up a glove. It looked like that, like a big circle, like when and it puffed up, and my fat little chubby fingers even became more fat and chubby.
Human body is weird, man.
They're just little fucking things.
How did a bee evolve just to go like, you know what? I think I'm gonna make people swell up.
I think I'm gonna eject all of my insides and kill myself by attacking this person bigger than me.
Yellow jackets are mean.
Oh
Yeah.
Yellow jackets.
Are they the meanest ones?
The most aggressive? I think hornets are.
That's
Hornets?
racial stereotyping.
Hornets are the darker ones. Matt, trying to say something?
Bumblebees produce the most, though. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, they be fucking.
Yeah, dude. Well, they make the most.
Do wasps and yellow jackets have queens, or is that just bees?
They
a good
do. Wait,
question.
what the fuck? Okay, bumblebees make honey. What the fuck do wasps and yellow jackets and hornets do? They don't make shit.
Pain.
They're
They
more-
make pain.
They sting things and
They're more like flying ants.
they
Yeah, a
they don't
little
do
bit.
shit though. Like they just make a hive somewhere. Like, and those are ugly hives. They're
Yeah,
just these gross little like
wasp hives are scary.
Yeah.
They look like it's made out of brown paper, just
So
like
wait.
stuck together.
What's the difference between a wasp and a hornet?
I mean, they're similar. I think hornets are more aggressive and faster. And
So we got bumblebees, wasps, hornets, and yellow jackets.
Oh, and then
I'm sure there's other shit
there's
too.
honeybees.
Honeybees. There's
There's crazy African ones that. Came
Oh, the
over here.
Africanized bees.
oh yeah.
Those will kill you really fast.
Yeah.
Isn't it in swarms? They just swarm you, or
Well, what's scary about bees is if they're chasing you and you jump into a pool of water and go underwater, they'll wait on the surface until you come up. Like they'll just stay there and wait for you to come up.
What
And
if
right when you
swim
come
away?
they'll
Go,
f-
get air and go under.
they'll follow you, dude. They're terrifying.
Could you
They'll
imagine-
follow
Oh,
you.
he went this way. Oh, he went away. Oh, there he is again.
And
Like, they just
apparently,
go back and forth.
yeah, if you
like
have
Animal
ants all
Crossing.
over you and you jump in water, it doesn't get the ants off.
What?
That's what I heard. If you're covered in ants,
Doubt that.
jump in the water, they can hang on to you.
What if I swam really fast?
I'm sure you can get some off.
What if I got eaten by a crocodile?
While trying to get the ants off?
I'd be sad. I'd miss you.
But I
miss
mean,
you
the
too.
ants would be like, "Well, fuck, let's get off this guy."
They'd get eaten too. I think that'd be a kind of funny way. Like, how did
For me
Ross
to
die?
die because I'm Australian?
He was covered in ants and then got eaten by a crocodile.
Don't you think being? Never mind.
What?
You think it's
what's-
funny because I'm Australian? This
No.
part is fucking.
No.
No, if you got killed by a kangaroo, that'd be funny.
No.
That would be ironic. It wouldn't be funny.
You know
but
that can happen, right?
oh yeah,
Dude,
dude, they're fucking terrible.
They tear with their claws when they kick.
They get
don't
on their
they?
tail and kick with like their full
So
force.
they can collapse your rib cage, and when your rib cage collapses from the force, you
Can't
just,
breathe.
You can't breathe. you
Fuck, that's
suffocate.
terrifying.
Yep.
And their
I've seen-
claws when they kick can
Mhm.
fucking cause massive damage too.
I've seen videos of them fighting each other in like suburban neighborhoods
Yeah,
in
I've seen-
Australia.
I love that
where
video.
they'll just like box each other and they'll stand on their tail and just kick as hard as
Yep.
they can.
No,
The
Terrifying.
males, yeah.
since you are Australian,
Mm.
everyone's wondering.
Yeah.
Everyone's been wondering this, and I think I'm finally going to be able to ask you.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Remember that video where the guy punches the kangaroo?
Which one?
The one where
The
like the
recent one.
kangaroo is like going after the dude's dog.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Right.
Warranted or not warranted?
What the kangaroo's going after his dog? Because I haven't seen the video, but I heard about it.
The kangaroo was like fucking with
It's
his dog.
holding on
like,
to his dog.
Holding his dog.
He runs up and the kangaroo lets the dog go and the kangaroo looks at the dude and then he just punches it in the face.
It was gonna hurt the dog.
It was going to, but
It
then
just
it
had- it
stopped
was
and let
holding
go and was rounding up to kind of like start at him.
It would have killed the dog. 100%.
It let the dog go. Like at this
was
point.
anyone at when it was? Sorry, I haven't seen the video.
Okay, let me describe the situation.
Describe
Okay.
the situation.
So it starts off. The guy's pulling up in like a Jeep or something with
Yep.
his friend, and you see the kangaroo put the dog. It has the dog in a headlock. Type
Pretty
of
much, yeah.
thing.
Okay, yeah.
And it's trying to like kick and like clot the rib cage area of the dog.
Oh, is it?
That's what it's going to do because
Right.
that's what they do. And then the guy gets out of the Jeep,
Mhm.
and then when he's walking up, like running up to the kangaroo looks and sees him as a threat, lets go of the dog,
Mhm.
starts to kind of rear up and get ready to kind of
He
go
does
after.
this thing where
Yeah.
it like kind of flexes.
And
Okay,
and
so-
it kind of starts to go after him, and then the dude's just kind of standing there, and like they're sizing each other up, and then the dude just goes, "Bah!"
So yeah, the kangaroo, if he hadn't run up,
Should I just show you the video? Would that
No,
actually
I
help
understand what you're
more?
saying.
Would've been
I
way
might have
faster.
actually seen this. So if the kangaroo had, I don't condone punching an animal, but if your pet is in danger, if he hadn't run up and done that, he wouldn't have let go of the dog.
Yeah.
They would have tried
Yeah.
to knock the dog out
Yeah.
Why?
because it saw the dog as a threat. I mean, in the wild, dingoes and kangaroos will fight because
Mhm.
they're they have to.
Oh, and the dog
wild.
probably looks like a similar
right. So they have
yeah.
a natural instinct to fight off an animal that looks like that. So yeah, the dog was definitely in danger, and the guy running up, he probably didn't need to punch the kangaroo. He could have if he because I haven't seen the video, but if he grabbed the dog and booked it was a big dog.
It was a bigger dog. I think it ran off. I think it was starting to run off.
The dog ran away before the guy got there.
The kangaroos are very fast, so if the kangaroo was already really pissed off, it could chase him.
Yeah,
it really depends if it's a big angry male red kangaroo.
People were saying, in his defense, I want to see where your opinion on. People were saying that if he didn't do it, then the kangaroo could have gone after him and fucked him up. He needed to show the kangaroo that he can't be messed with and shit like that.
You have to do that in a
show dominance.
Sense. You show dominance by getting real big when a mountain lion appears.
He wasn't like holding a helpless kangaroo down and like beating the ever living shit out of it.
The kangaroo is not helpless. Like that kangaroo can take a punch to that.
I didn't know they were such assholes.
They ones that aren't around humans, yeah, but like there are some like near my old place before my parents and us moved. We had a golf course that was full of kangaroos, and they were harmless because obviously they're used to people because they live on a golf course full of people playing golf. The only thing is they get hit by cars all the time because they jump out of the golf course and then get hit. They're like deer.
Yeah. I saw a video of a guy hitting one on purpose.
Oh, I saw a video of a guy kicking a quokka, and that made me furious.
I was kicking a quokka.
Yeah, there's been issues with
like edgy people taking videos.
Yeah, that think they're fucking hard shit. So there was one guy who so you can rent these houses in Rottnest, and there's like a front, what would you call that? Like a porch, I guess, but it's like kind of got sandstone wall,
like a patio.
Yeah, like a patio thing. So like a quokka got locked in there. Like they locked him in there by closing the gate, and then this guy filmed his friend running around kicking it, and it was squealing and running away. And those things are so harmless, so precious. Like to do that to that thing is fucking monstrous. And they like fucking idiots posted it.
Oh, good.
They got found.
Yeah.
And now they're going to jail for 6 years.
Well, I have no sympathy whatsoever for people who hurt animals. Like,
no,
none.
Absolutely none.
Like, I don't feel bad for whatever happens to them at all.
No, I'm just like, if you think that you are some sort of apex predator beating the crap out of people, well, there's another apex predator. It's called the law, and you're going to have to deal with it, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. It's called the boys in blue.
Boys in blue.
Our boys in blue.
Boys in blue.
Yeah, well, don't kick animals.
Yeah,
ever.
don't hurt animals.
I pretty much every single animal except our lizard is a rescue animal. Every single one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think Lego's technically rescue. Oh yeah, I got him. Well, I got him from a rescue.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a rescue. I encourage. I mean, I guess I'll give a positive message on this podcast. I encourage people to adopt animals, and I don't mean dogs and cats. I also mean birds. I mean,
but also be responsible and make sure you can afford to take care of that animal. Because if you take an animal in and you can't take care of it,
and you have to give it away, it's traumatic to the animal.
Yeah.
Also, well, just thank you for that positive message in between the talk of animal cruelty and racism. So
I might be a Nazi, but at least I love animals.
There you go. See, Nazis love animals too.
Yeah, you can be a Nazi and be a good person.
I'm secretly Red Skull. Hail Hydra.
Do you know who that is, Matt?
Yes.
Who's Red Skull?
Who's the guy?
From where? From what?
From the comic.
From what comic?
Which comic?
Deadpool.
Nope. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
You give him the first.
That was a complete
guess. How about this?
Hellboy.
No.
I do like Hellboy though. Hellboy is a good movie.
Wait, we're giving him names for him to figure out.
Give me hints.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's a hint?
I don't know shit about comics.
I'll give him the first hint.
I'm
separate. Okay, first
name.
hint. First hint is Marvel.
What's the guy's name again?
Red Skull.
Red Skull.
We were just talking about
Captain America.
Yep.
Yeah.
How'd you deduce that?
I'm just a smart guy,
just
all around. I'm a smart guy.
I'm just fucking witty as shit. Name's Matt Watson.
Some hot shit when it comes to these comic books.
Okay, let's give you another character and see if you know.
Dude, I don't know shit about comics.
He doesn't. He's horrible with this shit.
I'm having a really hard time remembering his name, and he's one of my favorite Marvel characters. All right, Beta Ray Bill.
What?
Beta Ray Bill. Ryan.
Beta Ray Bill?
Do you know Beta Ray Bill?
I have no idea who this is.
You guys don't know Beta Ray Bill. Can you put up a picture for people? Did you do that?
We can.
Okay.
I
don't think there's anything against it. This is the first time we've ever done this.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just...
Ross, you know what? This is the first time we've ever done this.
Thanks, Ross.
Thank you. Okay,
Ross,
so
you're not
this
clapping.
is Beta Ray Bill. Well, have some guesses. What do you think he's from?
Spider-Man.
He's Marvel. So what do you think? Which franchise?
Of Thor.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Holy
Really?
shit! Wow, nice.
That's 2 for 2 of complete guessing.
Wow, very
Did you do
good.
well on tests like that?
No, not at all.
So Beta Ray Bill is an alien who has a ship called Scuttlebutt, who's basically like he's in a kind of close relationship with, and he is Thor with a horse face.
Really?
Let me see this. Shit.
How did I guess that?
Look, Thor with a horse face.
Whoa.
He's one of the not only, but he's one of the people that can pick up Thor's hammer.
Oh shit.
And he's given Asgardian gear because he's like considered. Because I forget that his story changes. Is like his
How big in the
race
comics are you, Ross?
How big I'm into comics am I?
Yeah, just certain characters or like.
See, like I'm not huge into comics, but for me it's animation. So I love the DC animated universe is like one of my favorites as far as like superhero cartoons go. Like I love Batman animated. I love Batman of the Future, Batman Beyond.
Like okay, I was about to say Beyond. Beyond was good.
It's super good. Actually, Superman animated, it's all right. It's pretty good. But what I did was when I bulk watched them all to make sure I never missed an episode. So early on when I was like starting my YouTube channel, I would watch DC stuff while I was animating. And what I did was I watched. I found this thing online which said what you need to watch in order for Superman animated and Batman animated to meet perfectly, and then become Justice League, and then Justice League Unlimited, and then where you have to stop Justice League Unlimited, start watching Batman Beyond, and then the last episode of Justice League Unlimited is the ending to Batman Beyond.
Is that really how it works?
Yeah.
That's so. Was it awesome? Have you done this?
I've done this already. It was fucking rad. So if you manage to find all that footage, so I can't remember where I found it, but basically there's a point of Batman animated and Superman animated where if you kind of like interchange episodes, like one Batman, one Superman, one Batman, one Superman, you kind of it's a little off clearly.
Yeah.
But they line up because they also have crossovers and stuff. And then when Justice League starts, it's like it makes sense because trying to think, Superman was mind controlled. Maybe that was where I forget the timeline.
So they're doing a lot better than their live action.
Oh my god, the animated series. Bruce Timm is a fucking. I love Bruce Timm.
Okay.
I'm terrified to meet the guy.
Because you'd be nervous and.
No, I'd been into his office where he works, and I was terrified to go near him because I feel like he'd be. He's an old dude. I don't know if he'd really want to talk to some young animator dude that
he used to be a young animator.
I don't think he gives a fuck.
I'm sure
he might have known Holly's grandpa actually.
Oh wow!
Because I know his friends knew him. Doris.
Oh yeah, Holly's grandpa was an animator.
Yeah, my wife Holly, her grandfather was Doris Lanfer, who was one of the lead effects animators for a lot of the major Disney films. He started on Sleeping Beauty. He had a really prominent role in Lion King. He animated Mufasa coming through the clouds. Yeah,
it's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, and but the only thing is he would have been one of the like Disney legends, but during the strikes he left for a while and he went to work on Bluth. So he worked on Land Before Time, Secret of Nim, American Tail.
I love the first the first Land Before Time is legitimate is good. The other ones I don't like as much.
Okay, so Dragon's Lair, right? He worked on that and he made the title sequence. I own the original title sequence cells for Dragon's Lair. Yep. Holly and I.
Yeah, I see that. I've seen you have those cells around your house.
They're on the JonTron episode where he talks about Dragon's Lair when he's like, I got the original cells right here. Those are mine. I have a big collection of Bluth cells. Like, I would say, because here's the thing, Bluth never really cared about cells being taken from the. They destroyed most of them. Most of them don't exist.
Yeah, I heard about that. They just get rid of them.
Secret of Nim, their cells are really hard to come by, and you wanna know why they're hard to come by? Because I have them all.
Oh shit, Ross!
Holly inherited pretty much like one of just the hugest collection of animation history, and I wanted to find like a animation museum or something to like loan them out to.
Yeah,
because they are beautiful. Like,
I want to see these.
These are I'll show you when you're over. So I have them in UV protected sleeves and stuff. Like they're very well looked after. One of the things we have is I haven't seen Secret of Nim. Like I've never even heard of it. I feel bad. It's one Holly really likes that film. That's obviously why they're really prominent in Holly liking them, because obviously her grandpa worked on it, so it's a big deal. I was more of a Land Before Time guy, so I was really excited about Land Before Time. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. But the Secret of Nim stuff, we have the fucking poster. So the original drawing of, I think it's like Miss Brisby or whatever, she's like looking back, like the film poster. We have the cell for that.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And there's another one. I have model sheets for Littlefoot, or he had originally had another name. It was like Thunder something. And then we have the Sharktooth model sheets and like color reference and stuff.
Whoa.
Like, it's legit. There's some Disney stuff, but the Disney stuff had to be signed off on, so there's a lot less Disney stuff.
Oh.
Because if you have Disney stuff, obviously they have to authorize.
Right.
Because we have like a signed certificate for like Hunchback of Notre Dame. We have like a proper signed off one. Yeah. But he left this all to Holly, and we've just I don't know what to do with it. Honestly, don't. I
It seems like it's almost too much to.
Is it like boxes and boxes?
it was like 2 like literal treasure chests.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's insane. And Aaron helped me go through them and organize them.
Is this all like? Do they use like acrylic paint? What would they use for these?
I mean, I never worked with cells, but yeah, it's like acrylic. Like you have like a thin plastic sheet. I'm it's gonna be embarrassing if I get this wrong because I've never worked with cells. I would have loved to, but that was before my time.
Right.
So, obviously you have. I did learn how to paper flip and everything. Like if I was to animate on paper, I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, but you have to. You have your timing. I forgot what they're called. The fucking timing. People, animators know what I'm talking. I'm the worst when it comes to animation because I know what I'm doing, but I know none of the terminology. I just know how to do it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't trained properly.
Well, there's a lot of people like that
Yeah.
that not teach themselves, but they don't do it the regular way of how
Yeah.
people just kind of they learn the definitions, learn the vocabulary, and then go through with like kind of they learn the vocabulary before doing what that is.
When you're an autodidact,
Yeah.
sometimes you teach yourself not the wrong thing. You might teach it and call I call that wobblygook, but it's like I call that a timing sheet. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, animation's crazy. I'm trying to think. Although I have all these really cool cells, one of my favorite ones. I have 2 favorite ones, and they're not from Bluth or Disney. One's from Street Sharks, and it's all the Street Sharks eating hamburgers together.
That's awesome.
The other one is from the Sonic show where they had Sonic.
Yes.
It's like if someone touches you in a place that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Yeah.
That Sonic. I have a cell of Dr. Robotnik in the shower.
No fucking way.
And if you remove his, he has a layer of suds that comes with so you have Dr. Robotnik in the shower,
With
and
the
then you
suds
have
on
the
top.
suds as a separate cell. But if you remove the suds, you can see his butt.
Oh my god, I gotta see this, man. I
This
gotta
is
see
something
this.
like how many people have actually seen Dr. Robotnik's butt? How
Probably
many?
not many.
How many?
I am
This
one of
is-
the few
wait,
human
So
beings
can
alive.
can we
You
be
can
some
see
of the other?
Dr. Robotnik's
We
real
have to go fucking see
official
this.
Rule 34 butt.
Hold on, this is also like the meme version of the one that says Pingus and
Yes,
shit.
this is the same
the
one.
meme
This is
version of
the
Dr.
meme-
Robotnik.
The meme Dr. Robotnik.
Fuck, dude, I gotta see this.
It's like legit one of my favorite cells.
When
Do
can we
you
come
know
over?
exactly where that cell is? Like you're like
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. I'd have to go through some stuff, but I think
Keeps
I
it
know
under his
where
pillow and kisses it before bed each night.
Just take off the suds. Kiss my
Put the suds back on.
Yeah.
miss you, Robotnik.
But yeah, I also found out that the Secret of NIM cells, like one of those, if you find them on eBay, they're so rare, probably because we have them all.
Mm-hmm.
They're worth like $600 each.
Each? How many do you have?
A lot.
Yeah,
lot.
there's
And I
no way
don't.
you
That's
can't
why I'm
say.
saying if there's ever an animation museum out there that would like to show them or rent them out,
And you watch Super Mega.
and you watch Super Mega or something, please contact me.
Hey, well, Ross, if you sell them, I mean, now you gotta give us a cut because we gave you the platform to.
I gave
promote it.
Aaron some, and Susie. They have some in their place.
Yeah, we could have some, right? Right, I mean,
Nah.
what? I mean, we don't have any money.
If Ryan could have some.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's okay, Matt. I mean,
That's fine.
Matt, you're a guest.
I don't
you
want
haven't
any.
been doing Super Mega as long as Ross and I have yet.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine.
when you I've been around since the beginning, but I'm just very
No, it's
busy
fine.
man, so
It's
I don't have a
fine.
lot of time to go. But thank you for keeping my seat warm every time I come back to my favorite
dude.
channel.
Dude, no problem. It's
I
fine,
don't really
whatever.
have a YouTube channel. Is that weird?
You
I
really
do.
don't anymore.
No.
Like you do have your own personal one,
do, but I don't
in
use
terms of one that you keep up with, you don't.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot of projects that you work on.
That's
and
true.
you're very into that, and you're very. It's not like you're not doing nothing.
Yeah, no,
you're
you're right.
very busy.
It
you're very busy.
I feel weird. I feel like this, it's when it comes to YouTube, since like before this goes up, Doodledudes hasn't gone up. It's like been 2 months of just like having no YouTube platform, and technically Holly's channel is Holly's channel. Yeah. But it's like weird. It's like
Does it feel freeing though? In a way,
a bit. It's weird. I don't think. I've enjoyed spending. I've had such astronomical leaps and bounds in my drawing ability in this time I've had off.
That's good.
To like practice drawing and everything and really focus on my craft. I've made like leaps and bounds with it. I don't know. I definitely. It's almost weird. You like feel like a bit of a YouTube vagabond. You're like just like people know who I am, but where the fuck do you?
Where is he?
Where is he?
I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What's your channel?
YouTube channel? When was it last upload? 6 years ago.
Okay, whatever.
That's how I feel when we do like a hiatus or I go on vacation. It's like I don't have to worry about uploading videos or anything. It feels nice.
Yeah.
Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to quit. Ross, you can take my spot.
Yeah?
I'm quitting right now. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Nope, that's a poop, not a fart. I was about to
do that into the microphone.
Have you ever poopied? Like,
it happened to me once, but I was sick. I was sick with the flu or whatever. That's my excuse.
Can I share a story? It's really embarrassing.
Don't smile.
No, I'm on your side.
Okay,
I'm on your fucking side, you idiot. So one time I was walking around the house and no one was around, and I had horrible flu, and I was going down to get some water for myself, and I was just in my boxer shorts, and we don't have carpet or anything, because you know where this is going. And I was like, oh, I need a fart. And then I just felt like,
oh, God.
And I looked at the floor, and there was like, it was like as big as like, I don't know, like 3 peas. You know, like if you put 3 peas together.
Did you have 3 perfect spherical shits stacked on top of each other?
If you put 3 fucking peas together, it would look like that much dookie. Okay. And it was just on the floor. And I'm like, I just sharded, and my some of it's on the floor. So I wiped it off and was like, I really hope no one ever hears about this or anyone ever knows. And then I told the story in Super Mega.
And now about 100 people will hear it.
Yeah, about 100 people.
I mean, I guess we have a podcast. I mean,
but yeah, I guess
they're YouTubers.
Sharding when you're sick and you're only wearing boxer shorts, not a good idea.
Sharding when you're sick in general is just not fun.
Oh. Sharding in general is not fun. I've done it several times as an adult. Not when I was sick.
Aaron once sharded on Game Room.
But wait, okay. You mentioned Land Before Time being your favorite movie or whatever.
That's one of my favorite.
One of your favorite animation films. Did you ever watch the other ones?
Which ones?
Do you remember the one with Chomper? And it's like, when you're big, you can push anyone around.
Did you ever watch the Land Before Time 13? I think I've told this story in Game Roast, but I'll happily repeat it.
I've only seen like 3 of the movies. I didn't see the one where they're all small and shit.
Okay, so the movies kept going because they were made. I think a lot of them were made in Ireland.
No shit, really?
Yeah. There's a bit of an animation scene in Ireland for a while.
How unfortunate it is about the voice actress.
Oh, the little girl that got killed by her dad?
Yeah, she got murdered by her dad.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Anyways,
he sent me a text. He said,
Ryan's dumb hat, something.
Ryan's gay, dude.
I was originally gonna say, look at Ryan's hat, because it was on like sideways, and you fixed it as I was typing it.
Aw, lame.
Oh man,
so you're a bully, dude.
I'm not a bully. Not at all.
You bully everyone you meet.
Land Before Time, like 13, or like they made fucking so many.
I know.
Of those things. One of them, and I told the story when we played the PlayStation. When I played the PlayStation game with Aaron, so some Grumps fans might remember this if they're listening. But there's literally a song that goes, "Do what your parents tell you, listen to what your parents say." Do what your parents tell you. Parents do tell them. Do what your parents tell you. That's like literally the song. Is as much musical note
that's
as
That's a Land Before Time song?
Yep.
I think the only good one is the first one, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dude, I don't know how many I've seen.
Tree stars and shit.
I think I've seen one.
He's nudging the
It's beautifully animated too. It looks gorgeous.
You know, Holly's grandpa, he animated the start of when they enter the valley and the light rolls over it.
No fucking way.
But he got halfway through it and was like, I fucking hate this sequence. Can someone else do it?
Oh, I bet that.
He gave up. He just
so half of that is his.
Yeah,
half of that is him.
A little bit of it is Holly's grandpa.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right.
I've watched that movie over and over and over again as a kid. That and We're Back. for some reason. I like.
Oh yeah, we're back. I turn into gorilla kids. It's like or monkey kids.
Yeah,
dude.
I loved dinosaurs when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. Fuck yeah.
Do you remember Dustin Checks In?
Yes.
What is that?
Is it about the kid that lived in the hotel that had the chimp?
That's what I always say. Whenever
the orangutan?
Whenever I play as Winston in Overwatch.
Oh, you say Dustin Checks In? I love that movie, man. That was such a good movie.
I remember we were gonna go to Notch's mansion.
Candy room?
It was like he had a big party and he invited us, and I was like,
you
oh
shit
man,
in that mansion, didn't you?
I did. I took a
You took a big shit in that
I took a
mansion.
shit in his toilet.
Did you flush?
I did.
Good.
I think it was a heated seat too.
Oh, of course it was.
It was very good. But what happened was, I walked in, and before that, I was like, man, I've never been to a mansion before. And I got food poisoning from a off can of tuna, but I went anyway. And to prepare myself while I was trying to get over the food sickness, the feeling like literal garbage and throwing up every 5 seconds, which I'm so glad I got that under control because it was a very cool house. I watched Blank Check. Have you seen that movie?
I've only heard of it,
but
I could only imagine.
It's about a kid who's like probably 11 or 12.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, and he gets a blank check from like a really rich dude, and the guy doesn't write down the amount. So the kid writes like a shit ton of an amount, and he goes to the bank, and they think that he's like the contact for their money laundering scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually approve the check. It's like some fake person or some shit, and he makes up this like fucking persona of Mr. Macintosh or something because he looks at his computer. So he ends up buying a mansion. He puts a water slide in it. He has all his friends over, and people are only friends with him for his money. And he learns that over time. So I was just watching that. I'm just like, man, not just like a blank check.
Yeah.
Ross,
what?
Have you been in the candy room?
It's not a candy room. It's a candy wall. But we asked him, we're just like, do you eat it? And he's like, oh no, it's gross. It's like it's been in there for so fucking long. Why would you want to touch it?
Why doesn't he go in there and eat candy?
They don't.
He should change his candy.
Well, I mean, it's right next. It's kind of funny because it's right next to the like gym.
You got to change the candy out every month.
Yeah.
Put in fresh candy.
It's a cool place. I remember watching the video when it was like on the news, like on Kotaku and stuff, whatever. Because everyone was posting it. I was like,
she should have had an MTV Cribs episode.
God damn it, Notch.
Notch. That would have been amazing.
Notch.
Does he have any Minecraft memorabilia at all in his house?
I haven't seen it. It was a very like I don't think.
Right, he built the house.
He doesn't.
I'm not talking about the guy's like personal like, and he has a toilet on the left door.
No, I'm
Does
just.
he have a Bible by his bed?
Smell his musk by.
No,
by,
I'm
in
trying
his
to.
bed.
No, I'm not wondering everything. Look, the guy's a saint. He's a wonderful person that created Minecraft, which is one of the greatest games of all time, right?
I mean, I like Breath of the Wild more.
Notch.
I mean, I really like Notch.
If you're listening to this,
Notch, please invite us to your mansion.
we want to come to your candy room.
We've said this in so
Ross,
many
you're
different
fucking
videos.
this up for
you
us.
already unfollowed me on Twitter, so it's probably fine.
No!
Why?
I don't know. I'm really annoying.
Oh, man, I gotta...
You're really screwing up our chances to get
We
invited
wanna
to
go to
Notch's
your
candy
candy
room.
Well,
I was hoping that like
there's no candy room. Why you keep it's by his stairwell?
Fuck off,
It's a candy room, dude.
The fucking candy room. I was hoping that he would have like live. I was asking you that question because I was hoping he would have life-size cutouts of Steve all throughout his house, being like, "Welcome." Like,
No.
hang your coat up here,
Actually,
and
the front
this way to the bathroom.
Sure, the front door is some dirt blocks, and to get in, you have to knock the door with a pickaxe, or he won't answer.
What if that was true?
No, like right when you come in, you have to put on a Steve head. Those from the conventions.
You make your own Steve head with like stickers and shit.
Whenever there's a peeping Tom trying to look into the mansion, he calls up Steve and says there's a creeper outside.
Dude, do you think he has a fucking Ender Dragon in his backyard?
What, in his pool?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
a big blow up Ender Dragon? You gotta kill the Ender Dragon to beat Minecraft, boys.
Dude,
Come inside my house. I have candy.
Notch should have actually made his mansion look like it was built in Minecraft.
Oh my god.
It was already built.
He outbid Jay-Z for it, yeah. Well, Jay-Z should have made it out of Minecraft.
Yeah, Jay-Z should have made Minecraft. Fuck you, Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z, why didn't you fucking make Minecraft?
He made Tidal instead. Stupid.
Fucking stupid.
Dumbass.
It's not epic at all.
No.
You know what is epic?
What?
A mansion made in Minecraft.
Yeah, dude.
You know what's not epic?
What?
Notch's mansion, which isn't made in Minecraft.
And apparently doesn't have a candy room, which I've been led to believe this whole time he has a fucking candy room because I read an article that said he has a fucking candy room.
But it's a candy wall.
Wow. Well, I'm learning all sorts of truth.
Wait, is it okay? Wait,
It's a big wall.
it's a big wall
Yeah.
in its own little room,
No, it's you come down the stairs
and there's a
then
little
to the
room
right.
that has candy
There's
in
a
it.
wall
my-
to the right of the stairs
Well, I just want to believe.
where you can smell his musk. You can smell that Minecraft genius.
Not
when you walk-
seriously. We want to eat some of your candy. Please.
That means
That
one
sounds.
thing. Yeah.
That could be.
That
That could
means
be taken out of
we
context.
actually just like if you have that candy and it's old and you don't eat it, we'll take it off your hands
and eat it on camera.
But please invite us so we can have fun in
He's
your
not
candy
gonna
room.
listen to this.
I want to smell his musk, dude. I want to put
Do
my.
you actually think I'm
You
trying to?
think fucking
Do you think
Notch
I'm
is gonna
actually
listen to
asking
shit?
Notch if, like, oh my God, please Notch, please invite us to your big fun mansion?
I do. I want him to listen and invite me to his fucking mansion.
It's not gonna happen. Leave him alone.
I
Let him
wanna
live
s-
his life.
I want to smell his musk, dude. I want to put my nose in his gooch and go. How does me saying I want to smell his musk? How is that the same as me saying he's not a nice guy? I think he's a great
You're
guy.
gonna creep him out.
If he's smelling his musk, the odds are like
I like him.
yeah.
That's not
But
creeping
he
him
might
out.
not like you back. Do you want to learn that?
I'm trying to make him like me through this podcast by getting invited to his mansion, and you're ruining that for me.
But no one's gonna want to invite you over if they think you're gonna go into their bedroom.
I'd
and
wear
sniff
my
their
fucking
sheets.
I'd wear my fucking creeper shirt, and he'd love it.
And I'll wear my fucking yes, daddy shit, and you'll
He'd say-
fucking love it.
Notch would look and say, Notch would look at my shirt and go, "That's my game." Yep, that's my game.
Fuck you, Ryan.
What? What did I do? I'm enjoying my life. Fuck you. What am I even doing?
Being epic, dude.
I'm being so fucking epic.
Epic. Dude, fucking.
I'll trade Notch fucking lapis lazuli and diamonds to come to his mansion, dude.
I actually remember the first time I played Minecraft. It was a bit of an experience.
Was it with
I-
Notch in his mansion?
I fucking love Minecraft.
Smell the musk all over it. No, it was fun. It was a
Minecraft
really,
is a good
No, dude.
Here's the thing. It's
we
a legitimately it's fun.
The first time I played it was in like alpha, and fucking. I only knew people who were like 20 plus playing it.
Yeah.
And I was
Same.
I didn't know of any kids playing it, and then I got invited to the very first Minecon because they I think we like submitted for a panel, but we were doing like a panel on like animation and like art created around Minecraft, and I just put out Derpcraft, which was like my first really successful animation. It's shit now, and I watch it, I'm like, oh god.
Is that the one where you like get
Yeah.
where you drink all the? Okay, never mind.
I don't remember. I don't fucking.
One of your animations.
One of the animations is really old. It's fucking terrible. But it got 15 million views, so I was like, oh
shit.
people like it, whatever. And what happened was dude.
Wait, continue.
Okay, so what happened was you made me lose my. Oh yeah, I went to Minecon, right?
You went to Minecon?
I went to Minecon
'Cause he was
I
invited.
was a guest. I had a panel.
Fuck, dude.
So I went to Minecon, and I met a bunch of people there that I never thought I'd see again. I ended up becoming a part of the YouTube gaming circle, so of course I saw them all again. So I still talk to a lot of those guys. Really nice dudes. But when I went there, I was expecting it to be like, like 20-somethings. They're all into Minecraft. It was literally all children. Like it was the content creators who were like, early 20s, mid 20s, and then it was just all it was a sea of children who were like below my nipple.
When did that
That's what
shift
VidCon
happen?
is.
When did that?
don't know.
Was it a shift that happened, or is it just like
Or
the
maybe-
kids want to go to those conventions more, and adults just want to shut up and enjoy Minecraft?
You know what's really funny? Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
Dead Mouse was a guest there.
Deadmau 5?
Yeah, Deadmau 5, and they had he was walking around with bodyguards, but the only people around him were like little fucking tiny children.
So no one knew who he was.
Of course, little kids don't know who he is. They don't fucking. Do you really think there's that many kids?
They probably
tiny little fucking 7-year-olds who listen to EDM.
They probably thought he was Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Mickey, ha!
He wasn't wearing the fucking mask.
He wears it all the fucking
Okay, he does.
time.
He
like-
never
it's like-
takes it off.
It's life Dafty Punk. So what happened was there was a party, and I remember the party was like really bumping, and there was people who were just coming in.
Fuck
Was it
yeah, dude.
groovy?
It was in Vegas. It was in fucking
was it
Vegas.
fucking
Fuck yeah.
groovy and tight?
It was groovy and tight.
Was it radical,
It
dude?
was radical.
Fucking hot Minecraft chicks, dude.
I was married, I think. No, actually, I was just dating Holly.
Yeah,
at the
but
time.
Minecraft chicks, dude.
They're a little blocky for me.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I remember just getting really fucking drunk, and I just realized that none of the people at the party were from Minecon. They were all just drunk people who were in Vegas. And like, so what is this party about? What is that blocky chicken? I'm like, it's a game called Minecraft. It's like Lego, and I felt like such an idiot
Are you like,
explaining it to
it's
girls at the bar.
Minecraft, whatever.
I actually had that moment recently.
What?
I accidentally did it. I was really tired, and Brooke Dodger was over. And she'd just been spending time with Holly, and they came back to my place.
Yeah.
And they saw us playing Breath of the Wild, and they fucking just went, and Holly just was like, said something along the lines of like, "Wow, Zelda's really good at jumping." And I was like, "His name is Link," and I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know why." And I was just like,
but you said it, not his name was Link.
No, I said it like
you probably said it. His name is Link.
Yeah, it was like that. Yes, it was like that. And Holly was like, "I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know why I said that. I just guess I don't want my wife getting that wrong."
Yeah.
It's weird, right? But I see that she's such a fucking non-issue.
Because people have this stigma about like gamers and that they have to know fucking everything, and like if they make one little accidental error, like a verbal mistake, then it's the bane of the gaming world's existence or something.
Yeah, dude.
Gabe Huel? What?
Gabe who?
Mr. Miyamoto?
Mia Mario?
Yeah, dude.
Yoshi's my favorite dinosaur. He's not a dinosaur.
He's not.
He's a Yoshi.
He's a velociraptor.
He just lives on
He's a vlogger.
He's a velociraptor. Have you seen the Mario movie?
That's not canon.
Yeah, it is.
That's not canon, Ryan.
It's canon to me.
The live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie?
Yo, do you know the handshake?
Mario will be in my
No, I don't.
heart.
Okay, put out. I'll show you. Teach you the Super Mario.
The Super Mario handshake.
I think it's this way.
From
So,
this
are you watching
day
this?
on,
Ryan, watch.
This is the handshake.
Yoshi
So in the
forevermore.
Super Mario live action movie, they went like this, like Luigi and Mario. They give a high five.
Yeah.
And then they put your hand down like I'm trying to figure. No, just one finger.
Just one finger?
You gotta cross. I might have done it the wrong way.
Fuck, dude, that's hard.
Are you doing it
this
the wrong
This
way?
way, and then you spin like
The
this,
fuck?
and you go glug glug glug.
Oh
glug,
yeah,
glug,
dude.
glug.
I love that.
That's what they did.
That's great.
So I'm just putting my hand against Matt's and then spinning it, and then I go glug 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 glug, and that was their plumber handshake.
Dude, they do that in the first Mario game too.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite bits of the game.
That's great.
Fuck you, Luigi.
Fuck you. Oh yeah, that does sound like it.
Fuck you,
You say
Luigi.
thank you, Luigi, because fuck you, Luigi. I love that shit.
What else was there? Was Bowser said the N-word? Remember?
What?
In Mario Kart.
In Mario Kart, it was nigga.
I'm serious, he does.
But he's saying winner or something.
I don't know what he's
saying.
saying.
Something.
And then in Super Mario 64,
I'll play it just
It's
so.
like Grant Kirkhope.
I was
how
just
he said
copying the sound he made.
how he was. There was some like gravestone that said something. When they did the guest grumps with him, it was like, "Hey me" or something. No, that's a trap door. That's an old show. He said something and it sounded like "fuck you."
Okay, here it is. Here it is.
You. Yeah, it sounded like "fuck
Listen,
you."
this
I got it.
this
Ready?
is-
Ready? Are you ready? Hold on.
they took it out of the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 64?
No. This is Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart.
8. Anyways, ready?
Yeah, that's it.
That's Bowser.
What the fuck?
And then in Mario 64, when he throws or when you throw Mario, or when Bowser throws Mario, or when Mario throws Bowser, I don't remember which one. He says "gay Mario." He just says like "gay Mario."
Well, there's the other one where
Bowser
he goes,
says that?
Where
I
he
think so.
goes.
No,
he spins
Mario
him.
says
No,
"gay Bowser."
He goes. So long, the Bowser.
Yeah, that's it. So long, gay Bowser.
Wait. Oh yeah. Wait.
He goes so
I
long,
have it
the
pulled up.
Bowser.
When does it happen?
I love that game.
So long, gay Bowser.
Oh my God, that's so great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who haven't we offended today?
I don't know.
We've crossed a lot of lines on this podcast.
But it has been a
It has
wonderful
been.
podcast.
Ross, thank you so much for coming on as a guest on my podcast.
What?
My
Matt.
podcast.
It's my podcast.
My
Ross.
podcast.
It's mine.
What are you gonna do
It's
about it, you
our
skinny bitch? I'll take you.
podcast.
It's my podcast.
Smell my foot.
It's our
Ah, get that out of my
podcast.
face, Ross. Stop it. It's Ryan's podcast.
My podcast. It's your podcast, Rob.
It's everyone's
This
podcast.
podcast, Mike.
It's not
It's
just
everyone's podcast. You, the viewer, have brought Super Mega, to where we are today, and I wanted to thank you, the viewer, for being here and watching and listening to us and getting offended and leaving comments. And thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Say your famous catchphrase.
Yeah, boy. Did you just hit your elbow on the couch?
I did. That fucking hurt a lot.
Wow. Idiot. Started with that.
Yeah. Okay. I just hurt myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything's okay. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you, Ryan?
I'm doing all right.
All right, guys.
Doing
Welcome.
just fine.
Yeah, welcome to Super Mega Cast. It's just me and Ryan chilling on a couch.
Yeah. We were on the drive over here, and we had a little experience.
We did?
Do you remember? You said you were gonna write it down and everything. You were so excited.
Oh, we listened to 311.
You said you would write it down. Did you already forget?
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't think we'd go straight into it. Fuck.
Why not?
I don't know. Just funny because we passed on the way here. We passed a school, and it had a sign out front. You know, the sign where they put the announcements and stuff, and it said 11:30 a.m. Donuts with Mr. Mason. And you know, of course, that's some teacher event where it's like, oh, come get donuts with your teacher or your principal or something.
Yeah, probably the principal. Yeah, definitely the principal.
Mr. Mason is probably the principal. So it's like, come to this event where you can have donuts with the principal. And I was just imagining, what if Ryan and I showed up to that? We just show up at the school.
Yeah, we're
a security guard would be like, who are you guys here with? Like, no one was here for donuts with Mr. Mason.
We just wanna.
It was advertised publicly.
I mean, come on, it's a service. You're not gonna provide what you.
I mean, it says it on the sign outside.
It's right there. If we need to walk out there, I can read it for you if you can't read.
I've been driving past it.
What if we acted like spoiled customer service, like assholes?
I'm not leaving until I get my donuts with Mr. Mason.
I know. We call the cops. It says, that is a verbal contract right outside of the school. It says donuts with Mr. Mason.
And the cop's like, you gotta give him the donuts.
No, it's the other cop's like, well, it didn't say who the donuts would be provided to. Maybe that is there somewhere on the website we could go read about this? Meanwhile, the principal's just like, Jesus fucking
Christ.
Christ.
Give him a fucking donut.
Just give him a donut. You can come in. Oh man, we always have entertaining rides. Also, we have entertaining walks. We went to go walk to get a drink somewhere.
Oh yeah, this morning. Yep. Well, not an alcoholic drink because that wasn't this morning. Don't think that we go to bars at like 9 a.m.
No, not yet. But that comes later. It comes later. We went to a gas station to get some energy drinks before a recording session, and this guy walks in. And he was in red from head to toe. He had a red do-rag on, a red shirt, red pants, red gym shorts, and red shoes. Yeah, yeah. He was either super stylish, or probably in a gang because it's Los Angeles, and he was wearing all red. From photos that I see of gang members, they tend to wear head to toe. Of one color, yeah. You know, sometimes. Well, not head to toe. It's not a common occurrence that I see people in all red just kind of bouncing around. But I've never seen a dude like this in all red. Do-rag, shirt. I guarantee his socks were red too, man. He's got the red thing going on. He did have red socks on. You think he does that every day? Like he wears full red every single day. Is that just his look? It's a statement. It's a statement, but that's his look, you know? Yeah. And if we see that guy again, I'm sure we'll recognize him. I hope he stays in all red. I hope he doesn't change colors. I hope he doesn't change who he is. Well, we haven't even introduced you to this wonderful man. Yeah, so we walked in the gas station to get some drinks. Well, first of all, there was some Indian women yelling at each other over some gas rebate or something. I don't know. And then we get the energy drinks. We're standing in line, and then Mr. Redman comes in, and he goes back to like the drink area of the gas station, and it's fully silent. He's like, lemonade. No, wait, what'd he say? He was like, lemonade. And then he was like, hey, y'all got any halls? What? He when we were leaving, you went out first, and as I was leaving, the door was closing, he was yelling at the front register person. He was like, damn, y'all got any halls here? Oh, halls. I thought you said hose. No. He didn't say that. No, so we was asking for some halls, I guess, cough drops. Yeah, some cough drops. He's probably smoking some weed. He's probably smoking something illegal. It's gonna be legal soon. We walk out to the street corner to cross the crosswalk, and he like runs up behind us. And 2 seconds earlier, I was like, "So you think that guy was in a gang, Ryan? He was wearing all red." And then he suddenly walks up, and he's yelling. He's like, He's really yelling. He's going at it. Man, guess what just happened in there, man? And I was like, we were like, what? We were like, what, mister? Did that kind of nervous laugh when a stranger's approaching you, like, what? Oh, gee. Man, I said, do you have any cigarette lighters? And she goes, what brand? and Matt has a good fake laugh. My fake laugh is like, yeah. And I was like, Matt's like, yeah, dude. Whoa! I was pointing and everything. I said, do you have cigarette lighters? And then I decided to entertain the conversation. And I was like, what? Are there different brand lighters? He's like, that's what I'm saying. It's only big. It's only big. Difference at large and small. It's all big. I was pointing, and she said, what brand? I said, a lighter. A cigarette lighter. She thought I was asking for cigarette, but what I meant was a lighter. I said lighter. He's yelling this in our face. I know. So loud. Like, everyone's, like, looking at us at this point as we're trying to, like, I
mean,
know.
I know that we were outdoors, so it was acceptable to use your outdoors voice. But this guy was taking it to another level. He was yelling in our face, and we were just. I
Well,
saw
our bubbles
both of us.
popped. Our personal space bubbles just blew away in an instant once his voice went.
And I look
done.
over. I look over, and I can see on your face we're waiting for the crosswalk to turn from like don't cross to cross. We're just like, come on, come on,
I know.
come on. And I was like, I didn't know there were different brands.
I know, I'm like, what?
It's just one brand of cigarette
There's only
lighter.
so many colors and prices.
Like, what was she thinking?
Woo!
And then we finally cross the street, and he takes the same turn that we're taking, and we're like, damn it. And then he's still going on about cigarette lighters, and then we kind of just said bye, and then
we fizzled away.
Yeah, he went away. But I don't know why some people have that inclination. Maybe he's just a wonderful man. He loves life, and he wants to share the joy of life with others. So that's why he does that.
He told a fun story. I mean, it wasn't a bad experience. Would you say it was a bad experience?
Now it was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't bad.
It was uncomfortable, but it got you out of your comfort zone, and you experienced something, and now we have a story to tell.
Exactly.
It brought us closer to another fellow human being.
It did. You know what?
No matter what
as
color,
Let's
and this
players,
one happened to
we
be
don't
red.
get that. But what was I gonna say?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Totally lost my train of thought with that.
Okay,
Hold on.
when we were talking over each other.
Yeah, I just-
we were both trying to shit our ideas out as fast as possible.
I know.
Before we forgot.
Fuck, I forgot.
Dude, how could you forget?
I don't know, but anyway, I wonder what he's doing right now. What do you think he's doing right now?
If I had to guess, he's probably at a Carl's Jr. Just kind of sitting down. He's not ordering anything, but he's just looking at the menu. And then he pulls out probably like an old Nokia phone and like calls someone that has a log. Probably is having
A very loud conversation
Yeah.
in the lobby of the Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Very loud
Did you
conversation.
say the lobby of a Carl's Jr.?
Yeah.
Do they have lobbies?
It's called a lobby.
What?
Where do you get your food, right?
Is it? I thought that's just where you order.
I mean,
I thought like lobby of a hotel. I picture lobbies are like kind of grandiose, kind of big rooms of
do we?
waiting.
I don't know. I feel like there was a lobby at the Chick-fil-A. Well, there was like the space. I think they referred to the lobby as the space between the two doors because it had two doors.
Yeah, but if you're a Chick-fil-A like person, are you gonna tell the customer, "Hey, could you meet me in the lobby?" Like they're not gonna
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I would know if someone said meet me in the lobby at a restaurant. I'd be like, oh, I guess that's just like the little ordering area, where you stand.
But isn't that just called the waiting area?
I don't know. I don't know the name for it. But anyway, that's where the red guy is, and he's having a loud conversation, probably telling the same story
Yeah.
about the cigarette lighters that he told us.
But what do you think he's up to?
I think maybe right now he is sitting at home in his living room, which is painted red, and he's on his red sofa.
He's on a big red beanbag.
Yeah, and
bouncing a red ball on his red walls.
He's smoking a joint made with red rolling paper, and then
you can get it so the smoke comes out different color too.
yeah, he's probably smoking just a red joint,
with red smoke coming out of it.
and then he's watching his TV, and he has like the settings all fucked up and changed because you can do that in the menu settings, so everything's all like tinted red. Yeah,
It's like everything's fucking red in this dude's house.
he's got like a just red carpet. He got redwood floors, which I mean I don't think that's actually red, but
He's got an aquarium and he just like pours food
just
dye
Kool-Aid
in it.
mix in it, so
Yeah.
it's red. God, the
Kool-Aid
fish would
mix.
die. The
Like
fish would-
Kool-Aid mix. That doesn't dye stuff, does it?
Well, yeah, dude. If you put Kool-Aid powder in water, it's gonna turn to that color. Why are you shaking your head at me? Why?
I just thought it was a weird drink to bring up.
I just thought of red and mixed with water. I thought of Kool-Aid.
I thought of
What are you implying?
Nothing. What am I implying? Fuck you.
You're the one that brought it up.
You're the one cornering me in these.
I'm not
I
cornering
feel
you.
like
You tried to corner
I feel
me.
like you bring this
You
shit up
tried to
just for
corner
me to be
me.
like, "Hey Matt,
No,
what's this?"
I brought it
and
up
then you're like, "Oh, why are you're the one that's seeing it, not me." I feel like you're dropping these little nuggets on purpose.
Because I know that your racially sensitive mind is gonna go pick up those little breadcrumbs.
I know.
Trying to call me out on something when I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking of a fish tank to make it red, and I thought of Kool-Aid mix because it's red.
Well, someone got in trouble like recently. I can't remember what it was.
They
Someone
put Kool-Aid in their fish tank.
No, it was something to do with Kool-Aid. It was like I can't fucking remember.
What?
I'm gonna try to look it up. Hold on.
What, big Kool-Aid incident?
I'm gonna look it up. Accidentally Kool-Aid news. I don't know. Like
Accidentally Kool-Aid news? Oh man, that's funny.
No, it was some Fox News guy, and he has a history of saying like racially tinged things. And there was like a black chef on the show, and she's like, And he's just like, what? You pour yourself a pot of Kool-Aid or something? Not a pot of Kool-Aid, but like he
said that to the black guy?
To the black woman that was like making stuff because he's like, what? You're out there making a barbecue? Probably pour yourself some Kool-Aid or something like that.
No, it's one of those like just like
maybe not.
He doesn't mean bad. Give him a slap on the wrist.
But he does this with all his guests.
Yeah, it might be time to get rid of that one.
He's super famous for it.
Is he like really old?
No.
Well, I was he's like a 70-year-old white guy.
Picture like someone who would be our dad. That's how old he is.
Oh, okay.
Probably maybe even a little younger.
Our dads would be flattered to be listening to this. They'd say, "Oh, we're not old."
Like I said, our dads would be flattered if they'd be listening to this.
I'm sure they would because our dads would just be disappointed listening to this stuff. Just like my dad would be sinking back into his chair listening to this podcast right now. He's like, "What has my son become?"
My boy. My boy. My baby.
My boy.
My skinny little baby.
Dad, please don't call me that.
No, that's your dad's dying breath. That was your dad's dying breath.
If my dad said that to me on his deathbed, it would just feel weird, I guess.
He breathed a little and a cockroach comes out of his mouth.
Dude, I'd be terrified.
And then the cockroach goes, "It is me. You must take care of me now."
And when my dad's a cockroach and I gotta take care of him now?
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely an idea.
You gotta stick him in a little jar, dude.
Yeah, that's out there. Man.
Just stick him in a jar.
You should write movies, Ryan.
That's what I'm saying. And like, you'll put a little hat on him and you'll try to go out and have dinner with him.
Are you writing a movie right here?
And the waiter will be like, "Can I get anything for you?" And then he skips the cockroach and he's like, "Excuse me, don't you mean?" He's like, "I'm sorry, sir. That's my dad." "Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry."
Now you've made this into like a Disney Channel original movie.
They made that 9 Lives movie, which was pretty much the same idea, but with
Spacey?
a cat. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Why do you do that?
I don't know. Apparently, the movie was originally supposed to be... It was supposed to feel like a Woody Allen film. Similar to a Woody Allen film.
Like an adult art film?
Yeah.
It's like made for adults. It's just very deep.
Then a bunch of studio heads got a hold of it and started toying with it, and then it became what it is now.
It'll sell better as a kid's movie.
Which is a steaming pile of shit.
Which I don't think sold at all, because why would I go see Kevin Spacey as a cat? I don't know, maybe I should give it a chance. Maybe I should watch it.
If he can be president, he can be a cat, Matt.
That's true. That is true.
What other like key classic generic ideas could you see actually being made into that shit?
Dude, I don't know. But
come up with a generic idea right now, like a generic movie, like the cockroach thing I just said.
I mean, that's not a generic movie.
But
by
it's
any
but it's
means.
but the synopsis.
Right.
You replace cockroach with cat or dog or something. It's still been something else.
I got one. There's a dad of like a nice suburban family, and he gets turned into a werewolf. Okay. And
Daddy werewolf?
No, it's all about his kids trying to like help their dad. Like they've got a werewolf for a dad, and they got to help him become normal again.
So it's like the Shaggy DA, but with a werewolf?
I guess, yeah.
Does he have a court case to settle?
Do you remember in the first Spy Kids movie when the bully's dad comes up? And then Antonio Banderas picks him up and throws him through the school window. Yeah. Remember how fucking badass that was?
I know.
As a kid, I was like, oh!
And then we look over at our dads and go, oh.
Dude, every dad in that movie theater felt uncomfortable.
I know.
They're just like, fuck, I didn't throw my kid's bully through a school plate glass window.
Zorro just kicked that guy's ass.
Because like, if I took my kid to see a movie and the kid's dad like picks up his bully's dad and throws him through a plate glass window, I'm just gonna feel like, oh man, I don't do that kind of stuff.
Wasn't that a dream sequence?
It was a daydream, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
But his dad's actually then the dads got to connect with their dad by going, oh, he doesn't want to get in fights either. Good.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good movie, man. I remember I saw Spy Kids in theaters, and then as soon as I came out of the theater, I started like running behind podiums and stuff, pretending I was like a spy with my cousin.
I bought the gadgets and stuff that you could buy.
I did too.
I got the little beetle. The one or the two things I got, they had these glasses that came with a microphone and had all this like green tinted stuff that was cool. And my favorite was the transmooker device. Was that what it's called?
The transmooker device.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's from Spy Kids too.
Yeah, but I'm saying I had this transmooker device.
You have the transmuker device?
I did. I lost it. We need to go find it, Matt. Come on.
Spy Kids 5.
Super mega spies. Here we go. Jessica Alba's our mom. Our parents are spies.
I'd be fine with that.
Let's go get the transmuker device and Steve Buscemi. Say something cool.
That we could turn into a meme in 10 years.
Say something cool, Steve. You're on the spot, Steve. Steve, this is the sequel to the second movie, but it's the 5th movie overall.
You know what my favorite Steve Buscemi role is?
What is his quote, Matt?
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created? That's the quote.
And then he says that with his arms crossed going, that's the quote. And then everyone in the audience is like, yes, he said it!
You know, they teased that there was the quote.
Yeah.
That's the quote.
Because in the trailer, it was just like, they say that, God. And all of a sudden it goes, and then people's like, oh, is he gonna fucking say it?
Ryan, what are the odds for your next tattoo? You get that quote. You get the quote. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created? Steve Buscemi, Spy Kids 2.
100.
100?
100.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 40.
43.
Oh, man, you dodged a bullet on that one.
No, I think I would have grown to like it.
Oh, I would too if I had it.
What are the odds you do it?
I'll do 100.
Okay.
I mean, it's only fair.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 50.
21.
I should have said some meme thing for some stupid
That's not why
reason.
I said 21, not because of the funny Vine meme.
Sure, man.
I just said it because it popped in my head. I'm 21.
In your conscience, the kid's echo was like, 21, 1, and then it just popped in your brain, 21!
He's always sitting in there, dude. He's always sitting there in a dark room, like swinging his arms back and forth like he is in the video, just waiting for the opportunity to say 21.
He's in the back of our minds because it's so ingrained in us that echo. Every time we say the word 21, it's because of that memory, not because we learned it earlier on.
Yeah, every time I hear the word 21, I just picture that kid in stupid little face looking at the camera. 21. I love it, dude. I somewhere in my brain, I got a room where it's like an empty room. It's got that kid. It's got Welvin the Great.
Oh, yes.
You know,
Welvin.
That's the D's Nuts guy. So there's a couch with Welvin sitting on it. There's this kid.
21 kid.
Yeah, swinging his arms like forward. And then there's...
is there a pair of white vans, or is damn Daniel...
No, he's in there, dude.
Okay. Is his friend in there, or is this memory taken from the perspective of the kid?
No, you know what? There's a TV in the room, and it's playing just the Damn Daniel video on loop. So it's just, Damn Daniel! And then...
No, it's playing some Damn Daniel Vine remixes.
Yeah, some the funniest Vine remixes.
Damn Daniel!
Yeah, it's the trap remixes, dude.
Yeah,
and then
they're so good.
It's also got...
They're not. Please don't
take that seriously.
Let's hold on. Just one second, we'll jump back into it. Hold on. That's not serious. I'm not saying I legitimately like Damn Daniel remixes.
Ryan.
If anyone in the audience was getting giddy at the mere inkling that we were both giddy and surprised and delighted with the fact that Damn Daniel would grace us with such damn good remixes.
Ryan, tell me that when you hear a Damn Daniel trap remix, come on. You know, there's two feelings. There's the type of feeling where your heart drops, and there's the type of feeling where it feels like your heart gets all hot and rises up. When you hear a Damn Daniel trap remix, what happens? Your heart rises up. You know it does.
Yeah.
You know that you feel good when you hear a Damn Daniel trap remix.
I want to time it so when my baby is born, in the moment I want it to be coming out of my wife's vagina as the bass drops.
Damn Daniel! The doctor's got to slap the baby's ass, right?
He goes like to the beat.
Can't believe we met that kid.
You met him. I saw him from a distance.
I met the Daniel.
I was peeking behind some sort of probably like VidCon YouTuber poster, which a bunch of pretty YouTubers on it.
Yeah, you were just standing back there as I
probably all with like, I don't know, white hair and like glasses and throwing up peace signs with big rainbow tattoos on them.
Definitely,
with a neon cat in the background and the annoying orange is there at the bottom peeking through like, ah!
And then you see like Psy on a unicorn in the background.
Yep, that's YouTube conventions in a nutshell, I would say.
Yeah. Let's see. How old is the Josh that said "Damn Daniel." Is that his name?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking up.
You're trying to look up.
I'm just looking up facts about.
Is he not on IMDb? What if we went on IMDb and they were both credited under Damn Daniel Vine?
God.
And that was a credit on IMDb.
The kid that made the original Damn Daniel video was verified because of that. He got verified because of that shit.
Yeah.
I pour my heart into my work and I'm not verified?
Dude, the first essence of the whole verification gleaming, like being special in someone's eyes, was actually in Halo 3 because they had recon armor.
Yeah.
And it was only given out oh so rarely. Like, they gave out one, I remember, because this dude in a match, like, shot a fusion coil, which is essentially an explosion barrel in this game.
Okay.
And it launched a traffic cone into his head and it killed him. And he's like, how did that fucking happen? The mere chance of that happening. And so he's like, I guess he sent it to Bungie or something. And then Bungie was like, oh, that's awesome. Here's some recon armor. And it's armor that only the developers had at this point. But the developers, I think, have flaming recon armor. So their heads are like flaming or some shit.
Holy shit.
Maybe they just have flaming heads in general.
If I ever made a game, I'd give myself some like shit that no one else has.
But like I would always try. Like then in my head, I'm like, I gotta kill myself with a traffic cone to get recon armor. That's how you get recon armor. I would go on YouTube and search up these generators and like these codes, how to break the game so you can get recon armor, how to find recon armor.
Did anyone else get recon armor?
Not really. They started giving it out more in a competition stance when it's like beat Bungie. Basically, Bungie would have a team. The Bungie are the production team up from Halo. They would go out in a team in regular social matchmaking, and if you by chance happen to come across them and then you beat them, then you would get recon armor. I remember that was an event. They gave recon armor to the guy that made the Machinima Arby and the Chief and
Machinima Arby's.
Arby and the Chief and Deus Ex Machina. I think his name, Digital Fear is his name. That's what he went by, and he got recon armor. Just like people in the community that did like notable stuff, but it was very fucking rare. And then in Halo 4, I believe, they just give you recon armor. Now in the Master Chief Collection, you can just have recon armor in the Halo 3 style.
That's awesome, dude.
I know. Sorry, I got so excited. I love. There's so many memories linked to that game.
I don't even remember how it got here. I was just sitting here, but all of a sudden it went on like Halo recon armor. I was like, okay. And like 5 minutes later, I was like, nice.
In fact, in my 200 subscriber video, I'm wearing recon armor. Just saying, that is recon armor. That is
the famous fucking Eli Rye McGee 200 subscriber thank you video.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh man, I need to rewatch the video. I've kind of forgotten about it.
Boy, I love Machinima. Isn't Machinima great, Matt?
Machinima, like the art form? Can you call it an art form?
I guess.
Making Halo videos, is that an art form?
It is.
I knew a kid that he was the fedora wearing type. Well, I didn't go to high school with him, but I knew someone that went to high school with him, and they told me that for his senior thesis, he wanted to make an AMV.
Jesus.
An anime music video, and I don't think they let him actually.
Really?
So I don't think he actually did a senior thesis. He wanted just to do AMVs. He wanted to take anime clips and sync it up with, popular early 2000 songs.
What's he doing today?
Probably still making AMVs.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I give him support in all that shit.
Damn, dude. Imagine like 2 years from now, we go to a movie theater, and before the movie starts, they start showing like trailers for like this big AMV that is going to be released in theaters, and he made it.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? That would be his big debut.
his big dude. If you were invited to that, I'd go. If you got to bring,
I'd fucking go.
If you got a +1, would I be that +1?
Of course. Except he wouldn't invite me because he'd say, "You made fun of me on your stupid podcast. You said I couldn't get anywhere by making AMVs. Now look, idiot."
Is your little microphone thing all the way on?
Is my little microphone thing? No, not at all. These things keep breaking. Hold on, let me jam it back in there. God damn it.
No, but like the windscreen.
This is not the right windscreen for this microphone. Oh, let me just stick it back on. Hold on. I had a big debut once.
Mm-hmm. Was it as grand as Burt Wonderstone's?
No, I wish. That was a good fucking movie, though. I wish that I could go back and stop this from happening, but I couldn't. When I was in 8th grade, I had the task to play drums on stage with a small band of my friends.
Do you remember what you were called?
We didn't have a name. It wasn't like a
Small
band.
Small band with friends.
Small band with friends. That's what we called ourselves. And it was at a popular bar because we were all taking guitar lessons at this guitar place. And the year before, I had played Boulevard of Broken Dreams on stage with my guitar with several other guys my age. I was one chord pattern off, by the way. Like when they were playing C, I was playing G, and then like I messed up. But the next year I went back and I played drums this time, and I also messed up. We did the song "Holy Diver" by Dio.
By MacGyver.
"Holy Diver" by MacGyver. And I played drums. I was a little nervous, hadn't practiced enough.
Yeah.
Ryan, I dropped my drumsticks 6 times in one song.
6 full times.
I dropped my drumsticks. They slipped out of my hand, and then I think the 4th time, one of them rolled off the stage. Huh. And I had to quickly reach in my side pouch to pull another drumstick out. But God, what was going? Like, I still remember the shock and fear I felt being on stage. Because I used to not get stage fright. I think that might have been what triggered my terrible fear of stage fright.
I love how it goes. You drop it 1, you're like, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. You drop it a second time, a second time, a third time, you're like, oh, that's just too much.
Oh,
a 4th time,
I can't possibly drop it a 4th time.
You're like, what the fuck is going on? A 5th time. Fuck!
At a 5th time, I'm thinking, like, that's it. I can't possibly drop my drumsticks
again. And then
a
6th time, I bet you you were broken. You were a broken man at this point.
Oh, man. And I remember my family was so nice. My mom and dad were like, it sounded so good. Aww. And there's a video of this whole performance somewhere. I need to find it.
I would love to see it.
Wait, it might be on YouTube actually somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, not under anything that you'd be able to find me. I remember my friend's mom uploaded it, and it was some weird, like, it was just a file name with a bunch of numbers .mp4.
On VHS, I have an old sketch comedy show I had back when I was in probably late elementary school.
What network?
It was on the Silly channel. It was on the Silly Billy channel. It was just me, my cousin, and the Silly Billies.
Wow, dude.
I'm kidding, that wasn't it. It was called Silly Stuff with Ryan and Connor.
Wow. What was it? What was on it?
Just we were voices for stuffed animals, and we made a bunch of jokes.
Was that the whole show, or did it have like different segments?
Had different segments.
I love that shit, though. It's so cool when kids make that, though.
We'd make credits at the end, and because you couldn't really cut things out and edit them, we faked bloopers at the end to have a blooper reel. Like, we went and set back up all the other sketches and stuff, but like did blooper reels for them.
Oh, I did that same shit. My friend and I, when I was a kid, technology is really advanced. I remember
back like when we were kids, even adults then were like, "What the fuck, a camera?" But now look, but the jump is just so big.
It was so exponential with cameras and stuff because I remember the first movies I ever made, the first videos I ever made, like little sketches and stuff, that was on a huge bulky video camera on a tripod that used tapes that had to be plugged into the wall at all times. Couldn't unplug it from the wall. And then when I wanted to watch the stuff, I would have to take the little tape out, and I'd have to put it into a specially made VHS that
you connect the AV cables in and shit.
No.
Oh.
Well, I think you could. I don't know, but we had to put the tape inside of like it was a VHS made to have a tape put inside it.
Oh, I see.
Play that. And it was always you could barely even see it because it was so poor quality. The VHS thing was so distorted, so you could barely see what we were making. But my friend and I had this show called The Match Show. And it was just like
it's the Match Show.
It's all it was. I was the main character because he didn't like being on camera. So I was like, let's make the Match Show. And then you know what? The first videos I ever made before the Match Show were Hot Wheels videos. Like my friend and I would get the camera and we'd go out in the garden and we'd film these entire like action sequences with Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if they still have those. I would love to get that developed somehow and see it.
I remember I would choose a Hot Wheels car that looked similar to my dad's and like push it off of the roof and big like, whoa!
Jesus. Do you want to kill your dad?
I pushed my dad off of the roof in his car. He's just up on the roof in his car, just chilling out, enjoying the stars.
But I mean, like, that's so mean, Ryan. What if one day your dad had accidentally gotten shrunk down to the size of a little Cheerio and didn't know what to do, and he saw that car and he's like, my car, it also shrunk. And he got him and you pushed the whole thing off the roof.
And then he's just a mangled pot of bones.
A mangled pot of bones?
Yeah, nice.
Where did the pot come in?
A nice cauldron of bones.
How did he end up in a cauldron?
I don't know.
Was that below the roof? That's
what's left of him. I don't know what to tell you, Matt. That's what's left of him.
What do you mean that's what's left of him? How did he become a cauldron of bones?
I'm telling you that's That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Hey, I don't know.
I don't make the rules here.
Yeah, I'm just telling you the facts. He's a cauldron of bones now. Pushed him off the roof in a Hot Wheels car, and now he's a cauldron of bones.
This is so stupid.
No.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Because you say shit like cauldron of bones, and I'm gonna obviously push it more and try to understand it.
Because it's like, I just say fuck it, and I'm gonna say a pile of bones, but I'm like, what would be better? What would be weirder?
It's a pot of bones.
What would be odd? Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine your dad falls off the roof and you run around the side of the house to see if he's okay, and it's just a pot of bones. It's like a cooking pot.
Dad! No! Please, no!
You're rattling the pot of bones, trying to giving it CPR. Dad! Little rattles everywhere.
Rattles?
Yeah, because you're trying to give it CPR and the bones are rattling.
Okay, yeah. Okay. The bones are rattling, yeah.
I love the idea of burning someone so hard that their bone, like roasting someone so hard.
Oh, like
not physically.
Okay,
I give you
such
sounded
a,
like
a fucking psychopath.
No. I give you such a diss that like your bones rattle. I don't know. It's just
you just hear them go, whatever that sound
like that
is.
time I used to just like remember when I first started working for Game Grumps, all this shit that I'd pull on Vernon, the D's nuts jokes on Vernon.
Yeah,
I'd get them like every week.
Every week?
Yeah, more than that. There was a period where I was getting them every day.
Then Aaron got excited, and then everyone, like, he was really good at it, though.
Oh, Aaron was the best at these nuts jokes.
Yeah.
Like, so it started out simple. I got Vernon with the classic Bofa.
Yep.
I said, what was it? I was like, Vernon, we're ordering lunch. Where are we ordering from? And I said, Bofa. And he goes, Bofa? And then I said, Bofa these nuts. And Vernon goes, damn it. And, something like that. And then the next day.
Then he goes back to watching Damn Daniel Vines.
He does that a lot.
Daniel
Daniel Van Vine compilation.
Yeah.
But anyway, the next day I tried Bofa on him again. Didn't work. He caught on that time. So I said, all right, I got to step my game up. The next day, Vernon was talking to someone, and this was before Scare to Care, so he was talking about some plans for Scare to Care, and I said, Vernon, I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's this new campaign, this new anti-bullying campaign, and I don't know, I feel like you could get them on Scare to Care, get them to sponsor you, and he was like, oh yeah, tell me about it. So I had to come up with this like elaborate shit for like a minute and a half. And he's like, oh yeah, so what's it called? And I said, it's called a seta. A set of these nuts. and then
was it? I think Aaron provided the ammo for that one.
No, there was a different one Aaron provided the ammo for.
Okay, what one was that?
What was it?
Are you sure it wasn't a seta?
No.
I just picture him saying a set of these nuts in his classic Aaron voice.
He could have said coupla.
Or couple of these nuts.
I remember the one Aaron did was hilarious. One time I was working and Aaron was recording Game Grumps and he was taking a break to get a drink and he was going back in the room and he's like, hey, I want to show you this website. And I was like, yeah? And he's like, it's Coupla? And I sat there like, how do you spell that? And I was like trying to actually spell it. And then I went to it and there was nothing. He's like, couple of these nuts.
Oh my god.
Dude, he should have bought, we should buy the domain name, like Coupla or Aseta, and then tell people to go to it. It's like Aseta.
Yeah, but now that you say we buy it, there's gonna be those people that rush to go buy it first. Or
they're gonna email us and be like, I bought it. Now you gotta give me $1,000 for it. I think he was joking, but someone took the Nintendo account.
Super Mega.
They just got the Super Mega Nintendo account, and they sent us an email, and they were like, unless you give me $1,000, I'm not gonna give the name back. And it's like, okay. I mean,
okay.
Wasn't ever going to use that to begin with. It's like, we'll find a way to just get a username.
Find a way.
I'll find a way.
If you
open up your mind, I'll see what's inside. It's gonna take some time to realize. Ooh. But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Ooh.
Cracking open some Crush and some lawn chairs.
Yeah, dude. You get the orange one, I get the red one.
Yeah.
Over each shoulder, I told you, you know that I'll always be picking you up when you're down.
That was such a good, feel-good show because it's stepbrothers learning to get along, even though they're at the age where they're not. It was hard to ever. I couldn't imagine becoming stepbrothers with someone at that age,
Same,
and then
dude.
and then seeing them as my brother in life, my brother for that. You know what I mean? And they found a way.
They never thought it would be so simple. now. I was trying to picture the next part, and I imagine Drake being like, "If you open up your eyes, I'll show you what's inside." And then like turning around, spreading his ass, and like look inside.
Why is he spreading his ass?
I don't know. I just pictured it.
We love most of you guys.
Yeah, most of you.
Some of you are probably horrible people.
Well, just given
we had this discussion with Ross.
Yeah, given any large group of people, there are some very bad people. There are some psychopaths.
Some bad
to
apples.
Us. There's a couple bad apples. You know, there's some. Just statistically speaking, there are statistically speaking. Seriously, think about this though. I'd say there's at least 5 people that are listening to us that will end up murdering someone and spending their life in jail.
Or have already murdered. There's at least one person that is subscribed to Super Mega that has murdered someone in their life. Either got away with it or has now been sent to jail. There's at least one.
There are people listening that within the next 5 years will be in jail for life.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. There's also people listening that I'm sure they're...
Are we giving ourselves too much credit here?
Maybe.
I think we just got a big pot of young people and a lot of older people, but...
So out of these young people, someone's going to grow up and kill someone and go to jail.
Yeah.
If we have 200,000... I mean, not 200,000 people listen to us, but we have 200,000 subscribers.
Murder stops completely from this day forward. 2 years from now, they go back and look... What did they say? They said that one of us would end up killing... Well, they're liars. They're fake news, and then they stop watching us.
And then they start killing people.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like after this podcast comes out, murder just stops, just forever. Like there's no more murder because of this podcast.
No, we don't have that amount of power.
I wish we did.
It would be some force, like a god, but not like a mean old, current religious type of god. Like Old Testament type shit. I'm talking about like really.
Like the hip 22-year-old, like wears big black rimmed glasses.
Yeah.
He has that kind of like Macklemore haircut.
Yeah. Yep.
He reads a lot of like Shakespeare, drinks at coffee shops on his MacBook type of god.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kind of lumbersexual looking one.
Lumbersexual?
That's what they're called.
Was that what it's called?
Yeah, that like group of hipsters, like the big beard that wear the
I want to look this up. I want to look up pictures of lumbersexual people.
That's like a group of people now.
Fuck me.
You want to get fucked by a lumbersexual? I'm sure there's plenty of lumbersexuals listening. There's got to be at least 10.
I wish I could grow my beard more to like... Basically, I would love deep 5 o'clock shadow and a big bushy mustache. That's my dream, but I will never achieve it, which is unfortunate.
I wish I could just grow a beard in the first place. As months are going on, I'm starting to be able to grow facial hair way better. I will say that.
Like, I wish I could just grow that if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm showing him a picture of a guy whose mustache is thick and coarse as a horse's pubic hair.
How did I know you were going to say that?
What?
I knew you were going to say that.
You knew I was going to say horse's hair because it's a popular thing that's coarse and people say, oh, thick hair.
Oh,
but then you knew that I had to take it in a typical Ryan fashion route and probably say something
associated with a penis of some sort.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, it can't be ass hair because tail hair, pubic hair. And then it clicked.
But my brain did that like instantly because it's just like, I know Ryan,
And we've noticed that living together, if you're getting something and you have an idea and you don't have the words for it, I'll know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It's like instantly, we already know.
Or we always say the same fucking joke at the same time.
Yeah, or we'll say a joke 2 jokes ahead just to prove that we know where this is heading.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, we're that predictable.
Wow, I mean that's probably because we spend every waking moment in each other's presence because we live together, we work together, and then aside from working together, we're business partners.
We might hate each other one day.
No,
we might.
You're gonna listen back to this podcast and be like, "That son of a bitch."
I was thinking that. I was like, what I'm about to say, I could just go back to this. But how am I gonna know to go back some odd minutes into episode blankety blah of Super Mega Cast?
I don't know what episode this is. I don't know. We have other episodes pre-recorded, so I don't know. I mean, we're not here right now. That's why we had to pre-record all these podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
One thing that's changed though is that we both have our Switches now.
Fuck yeah, dude!
So we've been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda.
Breath of the Mild.
Didn't Danny say that?
Did Danny say Breath of the Mild?
I think so.
Probably did.
Yeah.
That's the easiest. That's the lowest hanging fruit I could have grabbed.
What are you trying to say about Dan, dude?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't say that he reached for low.
I'm gonna call him right now and tell him.
Please don't. He had surgery recently. I mean, you can call him if you want. Speaking of calling, a couple podcasts ago. Or, I don't know, more than one podcast ago.
We mentioned a man by the name of Jose.
Who spent several $100s on Clash of Clans.
Do you have his number right now? Or are you gonna try to give him another call?
We promised.
Let's just make this a running thing. If he doesn't pick up, we'll just have to try another podcast down the road.
Well, I mean, we should make Jose a segment. He's always got some wise wisdom.
Yeah. So you're about to call up Jose. Hopefully he'll pick up the phone so he can
explain why you spent $200 on Clash of Clans.
Fucking dollars on Clash of the Clans, a mobile app game that drains you of money for no fucking reason.
What? You gotta defeat the other clans. It has purpose.
Are you calling him?
Yeah, I'm calling him right now.
Okay. Here we go. Here it comes. Yep.
Come on, pick up.
Come on. Jose. Oh my god.
Your call is
Damn it.
automatic voice
Well,
message system.
we'll find out at some other time, but we have to let Matt leave a message first.
I guess we'll have to go to Hose B.
Finished recording. You may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Jose. We're recording another episode of our podcast, and I called you like 2 episodes ago or something, and you didn't pick up. So I said I'd call you in the next one. So I'm calling you because we want to interview you for the podcast. Ask why you spent $200 on a Clash of Clans back in the day. And just have a good...
Pick up your fucking phone.
Please.
It's only like 11:45 there. PM.
Yeah. He's probably... No, he's not at work at this time of night.
No way. Chick-fil-O does... Chick-fil-O. Chick-fil-O, dude.
All right, bye, Jose. All right. Maybe on the next episode we'll get Jose.
Yeah, who knows? We'll keep trying. Just stay tuned to the podcast and make sure you're always up to date on Jose.
Make sure you're always listening to the whole thing from start to finish. Make sure if an ad pops up, you don't click out of it.
Stop.
Yeah, we can't say that. We're fully joking.
That's the second time we can't make any more of those jokes. 2's the limit. If we make 3, we're fucked.
AdSense is gonna be like you're telling
it's
people
a joke.
to go click your
AdSense. It's a joke.
Guys,
on your
don't
rules.
go fucking click ads because we're
Don't
telling
be
you to
stupid.
do not.
Most of you probably have ad block. Can we tell people to use ad block? Or
No, do
fuck.
not. Don't tell people
Don't
to use
use
ad
ad block.
Because then we make no money.
I don't know.
I mean, not that we make a lot of
The
money.
majority
doing
of
this.
people who watch YouTube probably already have ad block
God
on.
damn it!
Could you imagine if they didn't how much money we'd be making?
I'm a
We'd be
hypocrite.
making $3.
I'm a hypocrite because I use ad block too.
You do. I don't.
Why?
I don't.
It's great.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't find.
Yeah,
ads,
I mean, good.
I don't find ads annoying.
Don't
really.
use ad block.
It's like a quick commercial break, and then I go and check my phone, get some updates, and then I'm back to the video.
Okay, sure. Whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even know what ad block is, and neither should you.
So,
yeah.
ads, dude.
I don't even know what type of ads are on our videos. It's regionally based. It's based on your internet, right? Like your IP address.
I think so, but doesn't it? I've seen people say that they receive ads that are very similar in context to the video they watched.
Because they probably watch videos around that, like, feel, that type of thing, so they get ads recommended to them on that kind of stuff. Like, I know that when I first started learning Japanese in high school, I was getting ads on YouTube for, like, dated Japanese woman, dated Chinese woman, and I was like, oh.
Take a sip of that LaCroix, get yourself all jazzed back up, gargle it a little bit.
All right, I got something to talk about. Fuck, I dropped my phone. Hold on.
Oh, there. Okay, we lost it.
I write podcasts. Oh fuck, dude.
What?
It's time for this week's Ming Report.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, guys, time for the Ming Report. So you know who Ming is. I don't need to explain it at this point. You know
A wonderful
who she is.
little cherub that presents herself in our alley every so often.
Yeah, and she's very loud. So the last time we updated you on Ming, it's when we were driving by her, and she yelled "fuck a cop" at us. As there was a blank-faced Chinese security officer just standing there staring, not knowing what to do.
Mhm.
We never saw her again after that.
No, so
she just vanished. So she got arrested.
We'll see her in a month or 2 months, maybe.
Probably 3.
Unless she's learned her lesson. This is probably like the 5th time she's been arrested.
I don't know. I feel like she was gone for, what, 3 months last time? So that wasn't her first offense unless she did something really bad. That's probably her 2nd or 3rd time, and that's why it was 3 months.
Yeah.
So now she could be gone up to 6 months, or maybe just be gone altogether. I don't know. She could go to jail for, maybe they're like, you've done this too many times, you're going to jail for a year.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Well, we'll see, guys. So this might, who knows, this might be the end of the Ming Report.
Yeah.
It could very well be, which makes me sad a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think that Ming had a nice little run on our podcast, and I liked talking about her. And
We had Dirk, then we had Ming.
we started out with Dirk. I forgot about Dirk.
Dirk.
And then we moved on to Ming, and now it kind of makes me sad. It's like the end of an era a little bit, even though it wasn't that long.
She may return, so stay tuned. If there is a return of Ming, we will update you guys.
We'll update you every week on the Ming Report to tell you, unless like we have a guest on. But
Yeah.
if it's just me and Ryan, we will update you on Ming, tell you if we see her. But as of right now, it has appeared that Ming has gone back to the Slammer because the last time we saw her was with a police officer, security guard, and he was calling someone. And then after that, she's been gone. The alleyway has been quiet.
How do we get from... I'm sorry. I remember I brought up the Switch, and I wanted to talk about it, and then we just transitioned to something. I'm like, there's something big.
Dude, I don't remember anything we talked about prior to 5 minutes from now.
How did we... Anyways...
The Switch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Switch. Let's actually finish our conversations.
We both have one now. We're playing Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
I think it went off from that. Called it something wrong. No, I see where it stemmed off of the whole Danny thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what are your impressions of Breath of the Wild without giving away, of course, story spoilers or without ruining the experience of someone to play it themselves? What are your impressions?
Well, by now the Switch has been out for a couple weeks. And
doesn't mean any people that couldn't get one can't.
Yeah, it's out of
one.
stock, it seems, everywhere. But I love the Switch. It is my favorite console.
Yes.
Right now it's tied with the 3DS. I love the 3DS. It's always been like my all-time favorite console. But the Switch is... Once the Switch has more games, it will definitely cross to be my favorite console. But I fucking love it. Nintendo knocked it out of the park with this one. And Breath of the Wild is beautiful.
Is that going to be on the new box for the Nintendo Switch Mini?
What?
Just your quote. Just they really knocked it out. They really knocked it out of the park with this one.
Matt Watson, Let's Player.
Yeah.
Funny Let's Player podcaster, father of 3. I love Breath of the Wild. The only other game I played is Snipper Clips, which I also love. Snipper Clips is a super fun game. We actually played
it is fun. I played
on the channel.
I'm on the 3rd world now.
I need to beat the 2nd one still. But if you haven't seen that, we did a little like 35-minute one-off of Snipper Clips where Ryan and I got really mad at each other and realized that we can't do puzzles good. And we can't think good. Yeah, so go check that out if you want. Well, maybe we'll put the link in the description, or I'll forget like always. Oh, Harrison Snapchat said Jackson's brother. It's like his girlfriend in the background when you regret not beating it before your girl come over because you thought you were gonna get a nut in, but you don't. And he just like looks like Because earlier today he sent me a Snapchat that was like thinking about beating it before my girl comes over, but I'm gonna get a nut or like something.
Am I leaving this in?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Should I bleep out his name?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
He actually, people have followed him because of us.
Does he like it though? A lot of people back in South Carolina don't like it when people follow them because they annoy them.
He screen caps it and sends it to me because he thinks it's funny.
In fact, my friends fuck with them all the time. Fuck with the fans. They just try to rile them up sometimes.
Well, that's obnoxious for like fangirls to follow our friends and stuff.
Hey, it's their fault if they're... And I see it, and it's funny because I'd imagine the fan is like, I bet you Ryan's on my side because this mean man's making fun of me. But they probably don't realize that mean man in my comment section is just one of my friends fucking with you. And it's just fun. I just sit there and I'm like, that's funny.
Oh, man, that's good.
I'm laughing. Laugh.
I never post on Instagram anymore.
I rarely do.
It's like that. I have the most followers out of any platform on Instagram, and I never post on it.
Yeah,
because I don't really feel like it. I'd rather post on Twitter. I feel like it's
like it was more personal at a certain point, and then I wanted my personal kind of stuff to be shared with only my actual friends.
Same.
So I haven't really moved to anything besides Snapchatting my friends a lot more. Like
you sent me a Snapchat. I haven't opened it up yet.
Oh, open it. Watch it live.
Oh, great. Well, what is
Here
this
we
one
go.
gonna be?
Sounds on. Sounds on.
Let me make sure the volume's on. Oh, I took a video. Sorry. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, God, Ryan. Oh. God.
Yeah?
Well, I don't even have to describe what that was because I'm sure everyone listening knows.
But it was an interesting angle though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
It was like if you put a GoPro on your dog. You've seen those videos where they put GoPros on dogs?
Yeah.
Kind of was like that, but it was me pissing.
Clickhole did a video called, it was like incredible. We put a GoPro on a sparrow, and it was just a video of the GoPro like dragging across the ground because it's too heavy for the sparrow. And you could, you could hear it like trying to like get up and freaking out. It's not real, obviously. Clickhole is a satirical. It's a branch of The Onion that makes fun of BuzzFeed, and
they're so good.
It's probably, in my mind, it's the funniest thing on the internet right now.
Have you seen their new science show?
Yeah, Science Attack or whatever. It's so funny.
Science Attack, like they get everything down to the T.
They have such good production value on all their stuff.
Like that, but they know the type of video they're parodying. They're parodying. They're parodying. Yeah, parodying. And they
get it down.
Yeah.
It's not close. They get it every time. And I don't know where they get these actors. They get these perfect actors for this stuff.
And the cameras they use, too, like, and color correction, everything in it just screams like whatever the genre of video it is.
Yeah, they do such a good job, and they're so funny. So if you haven't checked out Clickhole, we highly advise you to go follow them on Twitter, go check them out. They are hilarious. It's like right up. If you like our sense of comedy, this stuff's like right up our alley, so go check it out if you like it.
Yeah.
Love you, Clickhole. If I ever need a job one day, please hire me.
They'll look at Super Mega and say, pass.
Say, PU, what's this?
Ew, stinky Let's Plays.
I'm liking doing it a lot more lately. I'm
liking doing it a lot more too.
Playing fun games, playing some fun stuff, having a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are enjoying watching it all. We really like doing it. But we want to do more. Right now things have been slow. It's recently. By the time this comes out, I think that recently it's been pretty much nothing but gameplay and podcast.
Yeah,
and we haven't really mixed it up that much with too many interesting different videos. And that simply is because
we've been busy backlogging. You've been out of state how many times this year? Once?
Just once.
Just once.
Yeah, I just went to go visit some friends and stuff.
Yeah, so with that, you always have to backlog. Just with other stuff, events. There's some special events that we go to, and also the big stuff is backlogging for our vacations.
Yeah, so right now, I think as of right now, I'm out of the country, or you are. One of us is. So that's why we've been, scarce lately on, live action videos and stuff like that. But we are moving full steam ahead with a special something that we've been promising since we started this channel. And we're really liking the way it's coming together so far, so get excited for that coming soon. That actually is finally happening now.
Yeah.
It's not just, hey, we're going to do this soon on the channel.
You know what, fuck it. We just need to watch a movie when we get back from vacation, and it'll pretty much
be ready, yeah. So get excited for that. Now that I got a new camera, so we're going to be shooting sketches finally. We're going to be doing some fun little sketches. We're going to be doing more vlogs. And a shout out to... his name is The Ajax. He made a cool little video on our editing style, which got us really inspired to do more vlogs and live action stuff.
Yeah.
Because we've been meaning to, and we've just been busy, but we're going to make this a priority now. So expect more of that in the future. More, of course, we'll never stop the mail opening videos. Well, not never, but
never.
We're gonna keep them going. Maybe we'll do maybe if we'll do a Q&A series at some point. If you guys want that, let us know. But we're gonna do more vlogs, more adventures out into the public and the wilderness and stuff like that.
Maybe like 4 times a year at most doing Q&As probably on the channel.
Every 3 months or so.
Yeah,
I'd do that. Fan mail videos.
Often.
Yeah. Fan mail videos still gonna stay at the same pace because we gotta wait until enough stuff comes in the PO box for us to do a PO box opening video.
Yeah.
I mean, if we got a shit ton of stuff all at once, like if we got a bunch of stuff really fast, we'd do another one as soon as we got all that stuff. But we got to hold it off until we have what we feel is a good amount for a mail opening video.
Are you fishing for stuff, Matt?
No, I'm not fishing for stuff at all. I'm just saying.
YouTubers are all the same.
I see people that have asked why make these more frequent. It's like
we can't make them if we only have 2 packages.
Yeah, if we have like 2 or 3
It sounds shitty, but that's just the premise of the show, and we're being upfront about it. We can't make more episodes until we feel like we have a sufficient amount of stuff
to make a good video.
Yeah.
Also, and I'm not baiting.
And thank everyone who sent stuff in.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
Thank you to everyone. Seriously. It's awesome.
Whether it's hair or it's actually like a cool video game.
No, not the hair. That's the one person I say no thank you to.
Not the glitter bomb?
It's easy to look out for those now.
And I'm not baiting for gifts right now because, packages mean packages. Doesn't mean good gifts. It could be a fucking thing of open cat food. Don't do that, by the way. Please don't do that. Your package will probably be thrown away before it gets to us for suspicion or taken aside and inspected. And they'll say, hey, this is an open thing of cat food. Throw it away. So thank you guys. Thank you for everyone who sent stuff in for our mail opening videos. If you haven't seen those yet, you can go check them out. They're in a playlist or something. I don't know. Just go
We always forget to link shit in the description.
look up mail opening super mega something. I don't know. You know, I just remembered.
What?
I was trying to think of something to talk about, and,
Yeah.
and I looked at that little unicorn figurine up there, and I remembered that time North Korea said that they found a unicorn.
Yeah.
I thought about this earlier this week. How Kim Jong Un and North Korea were like, we have a unicorn, but we're not going to show it to the rest of the world. I'm just imagining, what if they really did find a unicorn?
And
No one would believe them.
because they're so crazy. It would be what is it? Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah. It would just be like, I just think it's funny to think of what if they actually do have a unicorn, and they're just like, we're not going to show anyone though, and they have the world's first unicorn.
I'm waiting for Google Maps images for people to just zoom in on something that looks kind
Kim
of
Jong
odd
Un's like
and out of
palace,
place.
and it has like a unicorn farm on the back.
No, I'm saying like a very blurry image and then a red circle that the person edited in Photoshop and goes unicorn ? And then it zooms in and the quality gets better and it's a fucking beautiful unicorn.
I love those videos on YouTube where it's something about Google Earth or Google Maps.
Yeah.
And it'll be like the eerie music. It's
Someone needs to make one of those for the North Korean unicorn.
I'm sure someone will.
Did you see that? Here, I'll play it again.
That's MLG humor. That's not a Google Earth video. That's MLG humor. Dude, fuck it, dude. I want to start.
They're all the same thing.
I want to scrap Super Mega and I want to make an MLG channel. MLG is in right now, all right? MLG humor is what's hot. It's what the kids like, and we're going to do it.
We are.
So fuck movie reviews, fuck podcasts, fuck gaming videos, sketches. Sorry, guys. We're going to start doing MLG videos. Hope you like it.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing some COD,
Mm-hmm. Some Counter-Strike.
some Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
What the fuck is that?
What?
Is that a game?
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas. It's about kind of SWAT.
Rainbow
SWAT
Six
team.
Vegas 2. I really like
There's
that
Rainbow
name.
Six. There's Rainbow Six Vegas, which I played a lot of split screen. It was really fun. Then there's Rainbow Six 2, and now I think there was another Rainbow Six that just recently came out or something. Let me see. Rainbow Six. Rainbow. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is the most recent one, but I liked it because you're not invincible war machines in it. You play as two, I guess, SWAT team members, and you work as a team, and you kind of take people out silently as you go. It's first person.
That's
Then
awesome.
You can choose how to. You can either go in there guns blazing, or you can rappel down the building and try to sneak in and shit.
I've never played a Tom Clancy game.
I've played a few.
Are they fun? Are they good?
They're very. They're equivalent to going to see a Bourne movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because I've never heard anyone like absolutely raving about a Tom Clancy game or anything.
Yeah, they used to be really big, especially the Splinter Cell series.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
big
right.
one.
Tom Clancy Splinter Cell.
And of course,
Who is Tom
dads always
Clancy?
read the books.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He
My
writes
dad
books,
always
doesn't he?
reads my dad reads Tom Clancy books.
Does he have anything to do with the making of the games, or is it just a brand, but they just put his name on to make it sell better?
I definitely think it's a brand. I don't know if Sam Fisher is originally from the books or if he was made up for a game.
No, he's a real man. He was Tom Clancy's husband.
Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
Sam Fisher.
But those games and those books, Tom Clancy just sounds like a guy who's got a hard on for guns and war and stuff like that and spies.
Yeah.
He's got a hard on for spy. I was gonna say Spy Kids, but
Oh,
I didn't make the. I didn't mean. It's because we talked about Spy Kids earlier, so I was like, I'll bring it
okay,
full
you get
circle.
a pass here.
And then I realized the true, horror of
The
what
true
I was
meaning
about
of
to say.
Christmas.
Yeah, my heart grew 3 sizes.
We don't need that.
Yeah,
You'll die.
Tom, dude, if your heart grew 3 sizes in one
Yeah.
day, you'd fucking die. It would explode out of your chest.
How long would it take you to realize, like, if your hand was growing at a rate within 24 hours, it would be 3 sizes the size it was now? Like, how long into that process do you think it would be before you realized it?
Probably 3 hours or so. I'd start
And
to
you're
be
like,
like,
what the
I'd look at
fuck?
my hand and be like, what the? And I'd compare them, and I'd say, Ryan, look, my hand is bigger. It's
But
getting
are you
bigger.
sure it hasn't always been like that, Matt?
And I'd start to get freaked out, and I'd probably text pictures to my friends and be like, look at this. Does my hand look big? And then I'd keep an eye on it, and it would start to get really big. And probably by the time it gets twice the size, I'd go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I'd say, okay, I need help. My hand is getting big. Well, what would they do? How would they shrink my hand?
they'd stick a needle of some fucking blue liquid in it, some blue glowing liquid, and it would shrink down to the size of a normal man's hand.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It would suck if I had one big hand and one regular hand. I'd feel like a crab. You know those crabs on the beach that have one big claw?
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you, if you had a huge hand, what would you do? Like what would you be able to do better?
What would I be able to do?
Maybe baseball? You wouldn't have to wear a mitt to catch the ball, you know?
You wouldn't have to buy one of those foam #1 hand signs.
That's true. You could just spray paint your whole big hand red and stick it up in the air. Like, wow. That's cool. I mean, they'd get up close and see that you have a freakishly large hand. And
they'd be freaked out. What a freak. Like, you'd be the life of the party until they realized you had a big hand.
Or they think it's like fake the whole time. Like, babe, look at this guy with the big hand.
When I think of football games, I think of Southern culture and like that manly, that college-y vibe. So if someone at a college party and everyone's drunk and someone had a hand that was 3 times the normal size of regular humans, do you think someone would be like, dude, that's a big hand. Punch me with it. Do you think that?
Definitely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Would you, if you had a big hand and a drunk guy said, bro, punch me with your big hand?
I'd punch him with my big hand. I'd punch him with my, just unusually large fucking palm.
Getting punched with a big hand would hurt like shit.
Yes, it would.
You know, it would hurt way worse.
It's a big fist.
You could dude, imagine getting slapped by someone with a big hand. Just that would just be a massive, it'd be like getting slapped with a ham.
I bet. Do you think Shaquille O'Neal has hands 3 times as big as mine?
If Shaquille O'Neal came in this room right now and we did the little like father-son thing where our hands.
You did the Tarzan thing?
Yeah, his hand would probably be. It's probably like that big compared to like a couple inches longer than my finger.
Probably twice the size of your hand.
Probably. Jeez, Shaquille, please come on the podcast and show us your big hands.
He's friends with the General. We could probably contact the General. And
he is. He's in the General commercials.
We've mentioned this before, but we just can't let people forget
about the General. And we do have the General's number, so we could give him a call. And
we can get a low rate.
Yeah, we could, but we can also get Shaq on the podcast.
I mean, it would save some time, yeah.
Go to the General, save some time.
Yeah.
It's a great low rate. You can get online, go to the General, save some time.
Bow! Bow! What if our podcast was like that? Like at the end of a segment, it would go, bow! Now we're back! Hey guys, so we had so we just got a hold of the Nintendo Switch, and let me say, Breath of the Wild is fucking fantastic.
Let me say, Nintendo's switching it up a little.
They really knocked it out of the park with this one. You know, there's something when you play, when you're playing a Zelda game. But with this game, they take that and flip it on its head. So you're playing a Zelda game, but it's not really like the Zelda games from before the Zelda game. This one that we have, the one that we're currently playing, it's much different than this one because it is something different than the past ones.
It's not complete to the listeners because you're doing these hand motions that are just so accurate and perfect. You're doing like it looks like you're making hand puppets.
Yeah, it looks like I have that. Is that a bull hand puppet?
I don't know. That's a dog, I think.
Okay, yeah, the dog hand puppet thing.
The classic dog hand puppet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like a dingo. It's not really a dog.
It's not what
Those
ding
are some
dong
big
looks like.
Yeah, actually, he has those ear things.
Yeah, he does. Oh yeah, that is Ding Dong. I was wrong. No, but that's more like Ding Dong. If I had to make a hand puppet out of Ding Dong, it's like that.
I can't remember how I did it. It was like something like this, but one time I made a very realistic looking gorilla head. It was fucking awesome.
I gotta see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whoa, dude.
See?
I totally see it.
Yeah, and I could make a shadow with it and it would look like a real gorilla head.
Whoa, dude. So
are you just saying that?
No, I'm serious. You actually, Ryan, we discovered a secret talent of his. He can make little gorilla head shadows with his hand.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I gotta hand it to you on that one. We have really just been jumping about talking about hands, big hands, goofy hand puppets, all sorts of stuff, man.
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands. Who's Mr. Hands?
You know who Mr. Hands is? Come on.
Super Smash Brothers, right? No, that's Dr. Hands. No, wait. No, not Dr. Hands.
Mr. Hands is the guy that got fucked by the horse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not the one from Super Smash Brothers.
I'm thinking of this. That was one letter off. It's Master Hand. Why did I say Dr. Hand?
Oh, my God. I never realized the similarities between Mr. Hands and Master Hand. Yeah. Only difference is Master Hand didn't get fucked to death by a horse.
No, he just jerked one off.
Oh, dude, Master Hand could jerk a horse off like crazy.
He could, he could probably, he jerked Trojan horges. Horge. Do you like the Horge, man? Mm-hmm. The Horge? Mm-hmm. You like fucked up words? Mm-hmm. I like fucked up words.
I do too.
You know what's the best thing about a fucked up word?
Keep talking, keep going. I was listening to that. I was gonna add on.
You know what the best thing about a fucked up word is?
What?
It's new.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Yeah, it is.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Like a new child being born.
Ryan, I was gonna go off of what you
What
said.
was I
and
saying?
then you fucked up and just kept talking about how you fucked up your words. I was like, no, just keep
Something
going
about
on.
okay, he jerked off a Trojan horse because Trojan horses was a big wooden horse that had a bunch
You
of
made
fucking
me forget
men
what
in
I was
it.
gonna fucking
I don't
say.
fucking know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Master Hand is also a big hand.
Yeah.
That's full circle. And just like that, the podcast has come full circle, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, but
You always know the
who knows
podcast
the
is-
length, you know?
You always know the podcast is coming to an end when we just like the people listening are like, what are they fucking talking
I think
about?
they do that throughout the whole podcast.
But it
They've
really
got to do that throughout the whole podcast.
towards the end, it really gets to the point where it's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
It's just-
Doesn't make any sense.
they're just reaching at this point.
Their brains are just running dry. It's like a little hamster in a wheel, just like, come on, come
Well,
on. Funny things.
We come in the room at full speed. We don't really work up to that point in a conversation. We
Yeah.
come in just going like that.
Yeah,
We're
see, we're doing it again. People are
We're
like,
doing
what the
the
fuck are they
sound
doing?
effects.
What are they doing? They're just filling time.
We don't even have time to fill, really.
Yeah.
So, well, anyways, I'd say I'm gonna call it. But before we leave, we have some final announcements. So, don't pack up yet, kids. The bell hasn't
Hey,
rung.
sit back down.
Yeah,
Stop packing up your backpacks.
Yeah, the bell hasn't rung yet. Okay.
I'm gonna make you stay 5 minutes after.
You
if
can't
do
get
that.
on your phone just because it's 5 minutes till the bell. Come on. So here are the announcements. Yes, there is a current shortage of live action videos. We addressed this early in the podcast. They will come back when we're finally settled because if we have big old jobs, we're big boys. We work a lot. We're in the office usually every day, I would say.
Yeah, every single day.
Whether it be just for like a 20-minute fix or a 30-minute little quick thing during the weekend or hour sessions or just all day.
Yeah.
It really just ranges, but usually we do make a trip here every day. So in that light, we just keep in mind we are busy, but we do want to continue to provide you guys with the content. We want to continue making the content that you guys have come to really like from us, and we want to give that to you.
Yeah.
So soon.
You ask and you shall receive. We want to make a lot more fun stuff. So, but thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Super Mega Cast. You can get previous episodes on iTunes or listen to them on YouTube, whatever you want to do. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.